some noise for your first bucket pull of the night. He goes by the name of Robert Stewart, everybody. Here we go.
How's everybody doing? Hell yeah, my name's Robert. I was born and raised in Oklahoma, which means I'm conservative. That's right, I'm pro-life. Unless she's pregnant with my kid, then fuck that baby. Hell yeah, guys, am I right? $500 on a trip to Kansas City saves me a lifetime of hurt. Anyways, I just recently got my charges expunged so I can legally purchase firearms. Hell yeah, felon, I hear ya. Anyways, I went to a gun shop to buy a gun, and it reminds me a lot of going to a coffee shop. God damn, I'm too nervous. Anyways, it reminds me of going to a coffee shop with my ex-girlfriend. Like, I want a tall caramel macchiato, extra foam, caramel drizzle on the side. Like, no, I want a SIG P365X macro with a comp barrel. Like, at the end of it, I'm hoping they just both stick them in their mouths so they'll shut the fuck up. Yeah, comedy as a comedian reminds me a lot of Narcotics Anonymous. Hell yeah. We're just wondering who's gonna overdose or kill themselves first. Also, who's the new girl gonna fuck? Thank you so much, that's my time.
Robert Stewart. Welcome, Robert. Hi, Robert.
How you doing, Tony?
What a wild set. You got charges expunged, Narcotics Anonymous. Meanwhile, you look like the cop that arrested you. What an interesting life you're living, Robert. How long have you been attempting stand-up comedy?
Fuck. I was doing it for a year, then quit because everybody sucked. And then I came back.
Everybody sucked?
I sucked.
Oh, you sucked.
Yeah.
There you go. That makes. Okay. What year was this that you did it?
2 years ago.
Okay, so
Yes.
you took a year off and now you're back.
I'm back. Fuck it.
What made you want to start again, Robert?
I'm just God's gift to the world, Tony. You know this.
You are?
No, okay, but I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what made you want to start again?
My son, actually.
How old's your son?
He is 13.
And can you explain how your 13-year-old son made you want to start
Well,
stand-up?
like I push him to do the things that he wants to do, and he tells me, we're like, well, why do you quit comedy? I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm actually going to have to show him what I'm preaching to him. So, yeah, I got back into comedy. I'm enjoying it, you know, again, like I stay out of the drama, so.
Beautiful. What's the drama? What's the drama?
I'm from Tulsa.
Okay.
You've had some
Tulsa,
pretty,
Oklahoma.
yeah,
Yes.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, yeah.
What do you get in your $7 Taco Bell on?
Oh, fuck, I just load up on spicy potato burritos, honestly.
That is the whitest white guy. That is some Oklahoma white guy shit that I've never imagined before. Straight potato burritos. Well, I'm looking at my horn section is very disappointed right now. They're literally about to deport themselves. I just saw them call ice on themselves. They're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm on a show where people are eating potato burritos.
Yeah.
I was actually raised partially by a black family, so.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains all the charges. Taught you how to be a felon. Very good. No, how were you raised by a black family? How's that?
Well, my parents were drug addicts, so my white grandparents took care of me, and my next door neighbor was a black cop. So I got a lot of ass whoopings by a black daddy.
Interesting. Let's check in with our senior Black Daddy correspondent, Miles Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
It just makes so much sense why he looks like that now. Yeah. he's got a cop face and then a black arm.
He does have, it's tatted up there. So, Robert, how old are you?
I'm 35.
35 years old. And what do you do for a living?
I pinch tits, or tents. Pitch tents.
Hold on. What? Say pinch kids the
I
first
put
time?
up tents. I'm in the rental business.
You put up tents?
Yes.
Okay. Something you and your 13-year-old have in common, I guess. All right. So, let's talk about it. What were the charges that you recently got expunged?
Assault and battery, malicious injury, property, and assault and battery.
Okay, let's take it one at a time. What was the first assault and battery?
I used to do a lot of drugs, Tony.
Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
I love meth and benzos. It's my shit. And I fronted a guy, you know, a bag for $300, and I asked him to pay me back nicely. He told me to get fucked. So I beat his ass in a Dollar General parking lot.
Just with your fist? with your fist straight up? Do you have any weapons or anything?
No, I was already on probation.
Take us through it. What's your approach? If you were already on probation, well, so what is this, a Tarantino movie? You're starting it in the middle. How were you already on what were you on probation
Well, the
for?
first assault and battery wasn't a big issue. My girlfriend cheated on me. I beat the shit out of the guy she cheated on me with.
Wow. How did you find him? How did you know who that was?
Well, it was easy. He was fucking her probably.
At the time, you walked in on them?
No, I didn't walk in. It's just like he was leaving her house and I caught him at a gas station.
Wow, let's check in with her.
I actually know a guy I want you to meet. Can we get Drew Nickens back out here, please? Let's fucking go.
Yes. Okay. So take us through another assault and battery. Red Band keeps thinking I'm saying salt and buttery, and I hear his stomach growling over here. He's picturing popcorn. All right, go ahead.
One was just a bar fight. I got caught in the parking lot by the police officer. It was just,
What was the bar fight over?
I don't know. I was fucked up.
Damn,
It's
you don't even remember?
He's probably like, "You're gay." I was like, "No, I'm not."
Well, welcome to my world, my friend. Take my advice. Don't fight it. All right, let's go through another assault and battery.
That was it. That was it. 3 assault and batteries, yeah.
What's the craziest thing you ever did on meth and benzos?
Oh, I masturbated for 14 hours straight.
Wow. Absolutely incredible. Now, were you using your imagination or were you watching porn?
I was in a buddy's attic watching porn.
You were in your friend's attic watching porn.
Yes, sir.
Were you watching porn on a laptop, your phone? What are we talking about?
My phone and
VCR?
it died a couple times, so I had to recharge it.
Did you have a place at the time?
Yes. It was Halloween night, and I got high as shit, and everybody was like, "Hey, do you want to go to this costume party?" And I was like, "No." And then his mom was home, so I snuck up into the attic, and just doing it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dressed like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, just gooning?
What were you for Halloween that year?
Depressed. Too.
Yeah. In an attic for 13 hours. I'm pretty sure you were Anne Frank. Very excited. Wow, did you end up... This is only on this show do you hear questions like this. Did you end up climaxing after the 13-hour masturbation session? Do you remember what it was that finally made you go boom?
It was like a volcano, but 3 days later, I was itching so bad I thought I had gave myself an athlete's penis from scratching my foot and masturbating. It was terrible. I had to go to the clinic over it. Turns out it's not a thing.
You answered a totally different question than what I asked. Athlete's penis. By the way, if you had that on your Kill Tony bingo card, you bet $1 on Prize Picks that the word athlete's penis would be said like one word. You just won $1 billion, everybody.
That was probably just asbestos or something like that. Were you around like all the pink shit?
Our senior addict jerk-off correspondent, Brian Redband, is here, everybody. He knows if you hit the old itchy penis after a 13-hour addict jerk-off session, it's probably asbestos.
It was not fiberglass. No, it was not.
Okay. All right. Robert, do you have any special skills or talents? You seem like the kind of guy that can, like, jump rope through your own arms if they're connected somehow, right? Like, what is your special skill?
Masturbating for long periods of time, I guess.
Wow, so you do that a lot, huh?
No, not so much anymore. I'm 35 now. It doesn't last as long.
Well, you don't look a day over 55.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You only have one kid, 13?
Yeah, just one kid. I stopped.
Okay. Now, what do you think he's going to say when he sees...
Daddy, let me see what you do. You chased your dreams. Dad, you chased your dreams like you told me I should. Can I see what you did?
And you talk about how you're pro-life unless it's your kid. You're basically saying you wish you got an abortion, your charges are recently expunged, and you're very well versed in Narcotics Anonymous, and you jerked off in an attic for 13 hours. You have 3 assaults and batteries, and you love meth and benzos. What do you think your 13-year-old boy...
Oh, I gotta leave school now. Hey, Dad. How was Kill Tony?
I teach my son honesty, so he's used to the crazy shit.
This kid is masturbating in an attic right now. What's going on?
I learned it from you, Dad.
I'm gonna be your record, Dad. I'm so close.
The boy's going for 14 hours. By God, he's jerking off like an animal. All right. Robert Stewart, I like your style. Congratulations. You were the first bucket pool tonight. There's a medium-sized joke book. But you can tell your 13-year-old it's a big one. He doesn't know any different.
Appreciate you.
All right, you guys get it. It's a crazy show. Anything can happen. Your next... Oh my God. There she is, live in the flesh. You've seen her on YouTube. She's even prettier in person. The great Heidi, everybody. Hello there. You know, anywhere worth going this summer is better in comfortable boots. And for me, that means Tacovas. Whenever I pull on my Tacovas, there's an instant boost of confidence, as if I need it anymore. Eddie.
Oh, happy to be here. Had a weird day. Found a guy jerking off my mom's attic for a while. I also used to be a drug addict, but y'all could tell. Yeah, I don't have this spoon tattooed on my arm, so I really fucking love soup, dude. And sometimes when I talk about it, people want to ask me if I ever did any gay stuff for drugs. I'm always just like, yo, where are you guys getting your drugs? I've never seen $100 a gram or 5 kisses. Then that's the only addiction people are comfortable asking that for, too. Right? Like, you never go up to a big guy eating a Twinkie and be like, say, brother, did you suck a dick for that thing today or what? No. Also, there's no drug that makes you gay. I've done them all. You were already gay. It might just so happen that cocaine is the key to your closet, queen. Like, I don't know about y'all. I've never gone out with the homies to pick up women, done a couple lines, and been like, actually, boys, do we even need them right now? That's my time. Thank you.
Eddie Lersa, making what I do believe is your Kill Tony debut.
This is my 4th time on it.
4th time on. Wow, perfect. Very memorable. No, I'm kidding. You must have a new haircut.
I didn't have this ridiculous haircut before.
That's amazing. What made you want to do that exactly?
I got this haircut a year ago as a joke, actually, and I kept it because this is true. Every single day since then, at least one black dude's told me it's dope.
Rip.
Yeah.
You do that so that birds would stop landing on your head?
I got one in there right now.
That's what it looks like. It looks like the stuff they put on the top of little ledges outside of restaurants and whatnot.
Just trying to look like the coolest PE teacher on the January 6th subreddit is all.
What do you do for a living, Eddie Lersa?
I part-time bartend and then produce shows and.
How long you been doing stand-up?
Almost 3 years now.
3 years. All of it here in Austin, Texas?
Yeah.
And tell us about the drugs you were on. This is a very drug-heavy episode so far. But we're going to keep the ball going because that's what you talked about the entire set.
Yeah, I mean, drinking was my number one thing, right? That always led to the
Are
drugs.
you sober now?
Sober, yeah, for almost 3 years.
Is it tough being a part-time bartender while staying sober?
No, it's actually not. At first it was, but now, to be honest, drunk people just, like, when I'm behind the bar, it makes me not want to drink ever again.
What's your trick to getting sober? What was it? What was your bottom?
Which one? I went to rehab, and then it took like 2.5 years to get sober after
You went
that.
to rehab for alcohol?
Alcohol and cocaine.
Nice. There you go.
And then I got out. I was sober off and on, and I mean, the trick was just kind of sad. I just kind of got tired of being sad and trying to kill myself. So I was like, maybe I'll stop now.
Perfect. All right. Miles Johnson.
What's the longest you've masturbated for?
Good question.
Definitely not 14 hours, dude. Maybe 5 minutes.
There you go.
On cocaine?
I'm an efficiency kind of guy.
Eddie, what do you...
That's impressive. Is that not impressive?
Impressive in the way that... What? It's short?
Your dick doesn't get hard on coke.
No, I mean, you can masturbate for a long time on coke, but I mean, nothing's really going to happen.
I don't think you goon like that for real, bro. This guy's a fake gooner.
Eddie Lersa, what do you do for fun now that you're not drinking?
Dude, I know you hate this answer, but mostly just stand-up, right? Like, it's actually, one thing you said one time, somebody was up here talking about how they didn't do, you know how it is, like they were off and on for 10 years and you were like, no, I was obsessed with this. I slept in my car behind the Comedy Store
Right.
because that's what I want to do. And that's really all I have time for. I go to work, I go to the gym, but that's more just...
What do you do at the gym exactly? Tell us what a guy with your build is doing at the gym. What exactly are you just getting protein shakes and
Just
then leaving?
trying not to let the girls see me check them out for the most part, like every other guy at the gym. I mean, just normal.
Do you get like
working out.
the pink waist?
Only when nobody's looking, dude.
Eddie, what else? Do you have a girlfriend or a wife or something?
No, I haven't dated since I stopped drinking. It's way different not drinking and trying to take women out. There's only so many coffees you can go get before you shit yourself with a girl.
Wow. So when's the last time you were on a date with a girl, ballpark?
3 years ago or so, I guess.
3 years ago.
I haven't dated since I've been in Austin.
No random one night?
Well, I went to one date, a coffee date with a girl when I first moved here, and I was like doing the apps and shit, and I was like, I don't want to waste my time doing this.
How did that date go? Not good?
She said I seemed like I needed to figure some things out.
She said that after an hour or two with you?
Hour and a half.
Did you have that haircut at the time?
I did not.
That's where you went wrong.
I know.
Should have
Let
let
me
her know
tell
the old bristlehead was ready for action up
This
there.
thing is a pussy magnet, buddy.
That's
Let me
right.
tell you.
That's right. A lot of people want to date an electric toothbrush. So, Eddie, I'm just trying to figure out something compelling because your answer to what do you do other than stand up is stand up. I mean, there must be something. You must have
I mean,
something.
I play online poker a little bit. Not great at it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't, unfortunately.
Stop laughing like that. Why is that so funny?
He says he plays online poker and he sucks. I spend my nights losing money, pretty much.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. When's the last time you kissed a girl, Eddie Lursa?
3 years ago, I think.
3 years. You know what?
I literally haven't done anything.
You know what?
in
I
3
find that to be unacceptable. Kino, give me some red lights here. Is there a girl out there in this audience? We have the best fan base in the world. I'm sure, and I'm looking out there. There are some hot chicks just wasted on ketamine in this crowd. Is there a girl out there in this crowd that wants to come out and give this guy a real Austin kiss? He's been sober for 3 years. Yeah, you might cut your hand on the top of his head, but it has to be, you have to recommend yourself. Nobody.
Hate his haircut.
Nobody? Not a... Okay, there's one guy that wants to do it. She's not raising her own hand. There's a lot of girls that want their own friends to, Sarah's not doing it. Sarah's fucking around. She doesn't mean it. Sarah's trying to be... Ladies and gentlemen, here she comes, everyone. We're doing it. We have a real person. Wow, that's amazing. Representing the USA tonight, wearing a USA jersey. Eddie, you ready for your first real kiss in a lifetime? Here she is. Wow. Do you believe in miracles, ladies and gentlemen? USA, 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 USA. Here we go. That's amazing. Hell yeah. Absolutely incredible.
Wait, Miss, come back up here. It's been 4 years for Miss.
Okay, Eddie, fun times. Here's a medium-sized joke book. Thank you for signing up.
Thank you.
Eddie Lursa.
Beautiful kiss from a beautiful angel.
Here we go. Your next bucket pull, ladies and gentlemen, goes by the name of Fumio Flores, everybody. Here comes Fumio Flores.
Ay, way, Austin! My name is Fumio. I'm from El Paso, Texas. Fuck, way. I go to UTEP. I'm a UTEP minor. And I was sitting in class, way. I'm like, why the fuck are we called the UTEP minors? It makes no sense. And I came to a conclusion. Because our football team gets molested every weekend, way. They fucking suck. They played Texas, bro, and they got fucked. And it sucks because I'm from El Paso, you know? They're deporting my cousins and shit, right? I'm over here like, we're deporting the wrong people. We should deport the fucking running back. The fucking coach, send them back where they come from, like Florida, North Carolina, because at least my Mexican cousins, they can touch down in America. The girls from UTEP, dog, they're a bunch of gold diggers, bro. They only want me for my FAFSA money. Thank you, guys. My name is Fumio.
Wow.
Way.
Fumio. Wow.
Fumio.
I mean, what is that? Why do you say
It's like,
way all the time?
it's like my filler word, because like Mexicans use the N-word, but I use way, because I'm like polite.
Is
Right, way?
checking in with my Mexicans
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here. You say way a lot?
It's like an El Paso thing, dude. It's like being and shit.
Is that where you're from originally, El Paso?
I was born in East LA, but I was like, my mind spawned in El Paso.
It's bonded?
Yeah, like my conscience, I was like in El Paso.
How old were you when you were in El Paso?
How old? Like my mom moved from when I was like 3 years old, so I like had no memory of East LA.
That makes sense.
I was born there.
We know that. Yeah, we got that. Okay, Fumio. What do you do for work? What cell phone stand do you work at?
Nah. I'm not that smart.
Nah. No way. No way.
I have 3 jobs. I work for like, I'm an account manager for Massive Tickets. I also do like, I work for UTEP. I do like their event centers and whatnot. I move chairs. And I mean, comedy is like technically I've been getting paid recently. So I'm like moving up.
Who's been paying you?
Who? Fucking Javi. Like just El Paso crew. Javi Balon.
Oh no, you got it. You had us at Javi. We don't need a last name. We understood immediately. You have one guy fooled. I love it. Javi's out there giving away his lunch money. He's getting bullied by East LA.
He's awesome. He gives us opportunities. So like, fuck yeah.
Okay, I love
take
it. Let's check in with Miles Johnson.
You said you work for Master Ticket?
No, Massive Tickets. It's like Eventbrite, but like it's more catered to like comedy. It's more niche. It's awesome. Like we
Massa tickets.
Yeah,
It's to
Massa
watch
tickets.
slave fights. There's slave fights. You buy them at Massa tickets.
Oh, these mandingos are going crazy way. No, Django Unchained way.
holy shit.
Other than having 3 jobs, what do you think is the most Mexican thing about it?
Oh, dude, I don't have insurance. I go to Juarez.
You go to what?
Juarez, Mexico. Ciudad Juarez.
Oh my God, you go to Mexico for your health care? What?
Fuck yeah, dude, they're way better than the ones in Americans. Like America, there's just a bunch of Indians. So like, you go to Juarez, at least I understand them in Spanish. You know what I mean?
What do you mean they're just a bunch of Indians?
I'm so sorry, Way.
Dude, he's so sorry, Way. What are you studying at UTEP? I know it's not English.
Oh. Yeah, I failed French, but I'm the digital media production major.
Perfect.
Yeah,
You took French.
yeah, but I
Say some stuff in French.
bonjour.
Wanna phone back, way?
Dude, I'm so sorry. I barely passed with a C, dog.
We know. That is not breaking news to us. Fumio, what's your love life like? Do you have any fucking little fucking...
I have a wonderful girlfriend now.
Oh
She's
my
fucking
God.
awesome.
Is she Latina as well?
Of course.
Okay. Absolutely. What does she do for work?
What does she? She doesn't work. She goes to school at Las Cruces.
Okay.
And she studies like the same thing as me. We're trying to like work for like Netflix. No,
Okay.
Albuquerque.
Okay. You have any special tricks in the bedroom with her? You seem like a guy that loves making love with.
I actually do.
Yeah.
Miss Sophia, Mr. Juan, I'm sorry.
Who are those people you're apologizing to?
Her parents, way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm safe. I'm safe. No worries. We're safe.
You and the Juarez got everything cleared up.
Yes. Yes.
So what's a special move that you do in the bedroom? How do you keep this woman pleased?
How? I just pick her up, dude. She's like skinnier than me. I'm like pudgy. But like she's skinnier and I can like, I don't know, dude. We just do the shit, way. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever happens, we like have Love Island in the background. We just do it.
Hell yeah. That's the trick nowadays. You have to have Love Island on in the background. Everybody knows that. You've been doing it wrong the whole time, Red Band.
Yeah, Red Band.
I just watched an episode of that shitty show. That's
Bro,
a horrible show.
I love it. It's hot people zoo. It's just, it's hot people zoo. Like,
Okay, Fumio, what do you get in your $7 Taco Bell box?
no, I don't get like $7. I'm from El Paso, bro. Like, we got tacos by the dozen. You go to El Cometa, you get you some flautas.
Okay, I see Carlos Sosa nodding his head over there. You had him hypnotized for a second. He snapped out of it. He saw me looking. I caught him. He saw me looking at him, and he started laughing. But there was a moment there where he's like,
I'm beans, hell yeah.
"Yeah, arraba las flautas." Whatever. I love it. I love it. You're 100% Latino.
Yes, sir. I'm like kind of Japanese. Like my grandpa's Japanese.
Okay.
I have a step Japanese grandpa. I'm named after him.
What's
Fumio?
his name?
Fumio Hayashi, and I'm Fumio Flores.
Oh my
He's
god.
awesome, bro. He like helped my family out.
Wow.
Like he like treated my grandma like the queen, you know? So fuck yeah.
Wow, amazing. Look at that, Fumio. You have any hobbies or special skills or talents?
I can't sing, but like,
Can you whistle? Do you have a good Mexican whistle?
I think I got a beat though.
Let's try
Can I
it.
do it?
Yeah. Very good.
Mexicans are dying in the streets.
Very good, Fumio. Very good. You are indeed leaving here with a medium joke book. There goes Fumio Flores, everybody. Fumio, put that back where you found it.
Arigato way.
You have... This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, stop treating sex like a side quest. Some of you are barely showing up in the bedroom. No passion, no drama, no bed frame fighting for its life. Your neighbors think you're in there building Legos or folding laundry and watching YouTube videos that feature amazing comedy shows. Well, that ends right now. Red Band.
Blue Chew Gold is better sex in a tablet. They combine ingredients 4 into one powerful solution. 2 ingredients help support blood flow and stronger, long-lasting erection. And 2 that get you hard mentally by supporting arousal and desire in the brain. So when that vibe is right, be ready, be patient, and that's the reason your neighbors are going to be like, good for him.
Yeah, be present, because there's a reason Blue Chew is the #1 brand for better sex. Experience it yourself at BlueChew.com, and we've got a special deal for our listener. Code Tony. You will also receive an additional 10% off plus free overnight shipping on your first order. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we love Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast and our bedrooms. All right. We're having fun in here. These bucket pools are wild tonight. Make some noise for the next one. It's a one-word name. It's Teresa, everybody.
Who's ever fucked an illegal? The younger the better, right? I like fucking illegals because if the relationship goes bad, you don't even have to block them. You can call them and say, the relationship has gone south and so are you. We freed the slave. When are we gonna free the N-word? Y'all, my pussy's soaking wet tonight. Any wet pussies? Where the wet pussies at? My pussy is soaking wet with period blood. You think black girls have regular periods, or are they on time? Or are they late?
Teresa, everybody. Teresa. Hey, you're going for it. That's for sure. You're going for it, Teresa. How long you been doing stand-up?
3 years.
I love it. Where at? What part of El Paso exactly?
No,
San
I've been,
Antonio.
no, here in
Wow.
Austin. Yeah.
Okay. Is this where you're originally from?
I was born in Malaysia, raised in Seattle.
Okay. How long ago did you move to Austin?
4 years ago.
And you're Malaysian?
Yes.
All right. And you were in how old were you when you moved to Seattle?
Like.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's like Fumio. He moved to El Paso when he was 3. Little fun fact for you.
Thank you.
You guys will be on a show together real soon. Javi's gonna pay you well. Let's check in with Miles Johnson.
You're fucking Asian?
I'm half Chinese.
No, mama is what?
So you're half Chinese,
Half white.
half white. Half Chinese, half white.
I'm not, no. Do I look Mexican from back there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! I think we all thought that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Fumio left so much Latino energy on that stage that I think everyone kind of looks Mexican right now.
I'm Mexican on the inside.
I bet you are. So Teresa, what do you do for a living?
Well, after I got fired from being on the show last time.
You got fired because you were on Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Why'd you get fired?
Well, I said a lot of wild shit, and I worked in education, so
Wow.
now I'm Mexican. I'm a landscaper. I clean houses, and you know. Mexican shit.
What kind of landscaping are you doing?
Well, I don't want to fucking say where I work, you know.
Oh, definitely don't say where you work.
I can't
but I'm
get
saying,
fired.
Like, what do you mow lawns? Do
I
you,
like water plants and, you know, just make sure they stay alive.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Keep them wet.
I love it. All right. Do you have a boyfriend right now, Teresa?
I do, yeah.
What does he do for work?
He doesn't have a job.
Oh.
He's a Mexican without a job, but he's working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, boo him.
How long have you been with him?
I've been with him for a month and a half, and he doesn't love me, but he fucks me.
What do you mean he doesn't love you? Let's talk about
He
it.
doesn't love me. He just
told you
doesn't.
that?
Yes.
What, you asked him, you're like, do you love me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, his roommate, she's been with a girl for 3 weeks, and they're like planning how many kids they're having and what size vehicle and everything. So he's Italian.
Oh. Wow.
Shout out Enzo.
What?
His name is Vincenzo. He goes by Enzo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he's been with a girl for 3 weeks. 13 kids. Oh, it's gonna be perfect. That's gonna go great. And you're jealous because he loves this girl so much. You just met, and you're sitting at about twice as long. You're about 6-7 weeks with your guy, and you're upset that he doesn't love you.
Well, I was engaged after a month with a Mexican, so when he's.
Why are you doing this? What are you doing?
Well, I did come right out of a psych ward at that time, so.
Okay. What made you go into a psych? How did you know you were ready for a psych ward?
Well, the people around me were telling me that I did shrooms for the first time and it was too much.
Yeah. Okay. And so, can you take us through that? Like, what happened? What were some signs? What did you know? What I'm asking you. Like, what were you doing that your friends were like, you should get help?
Well, I also don't spell very well. I had a sign. I thought I wanted to tell people I was a rapist. I spelled that wrong.
Why would you do that? Why would you?
I
Tell
was insane off fucking drugs.
So you wrote a sign your goal was to say, I'm a rapist.
No, I wanted to say I was a rapper, which I'm not. Please don't ask me.
But why would Wow, look how many dumb bitches are out there. Look at that. It says he's not a rapper.
Yeah, I was running around naked doing cartwheels, you know.
There you go.
You know, I was
that
also
would be the answer to the question from
thank you.
2
I'm
minutes
sorry,
ago.
sorry.
Bling, 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 bling.
Yeah.
Naked cartwheels goes as the answer to going into a
Yeah.
sport. Very good. Okay. Well, Teresa, this is exciting. So now you're a landscaper and
House cleaner.
house cleaner.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And you're not Mexican.
I'm not.
Wow. Absolutely incredible.
And you like saying the N-word, or is that why you're a rapper, or what's going on with that?
No, I actually really rarely like you know,
Rarely what?
I rarely, you know, let it slip.
Give us an example of a time that you've said the N-word. This is very exciting to hear a Chinese person talk about dropping an N-bomb.
You know, just singing a song.
Oh, yeah.
Singing a rap song, you know? Sometimes.
Okay.
It's your filler word. You just got to say way instead.
Okay,
You're safe.
before I let you go, let's go through this. What is the, what do you think is the most Chinese thing about you since you're half Chinese?
Most Chinese thing about me, my mom just loves me for fat.
That's a good one. You are correct. That checks out. Does your mom have a wacky Malaysian name that she calls you? I've learned that by studying Asians that they all have a white name like you, Teresa, but then their parents call them a very Asian name. What does your Asian mother call you?
Well, I can't pronounce my middle name.
You can't pronounce
No.
it? Okay, what's that? Try.
Simpson.
Wow. How's it spelled?
Jenchen.
Wow. Heck yeah, that'll count. We'll count that as the, is that what your mom calls you?
No.
What does she call you?
Rarely calls me.
Got it. All right. Teresa, you are the 4th comedian in a row leaving with a medium joke book. Here you go. Very good. Teresa. There goes Teresa. A bunch of dirty jokes. If she keeps doing it, she's gonna get good at that. She's going for it. She's got balls. Takes balls to do an N-word joke, a slave joke, an illegal joke, a period, wet pussy joke.
She was looking right at me. She did a little point. She was like, God damn it. There's a black guy up there.
All right. Your next bucket pull, ladies and gentlemen, goes by the name of Joel Lindley, everybody. Here we go. Oh, shit.
You're struggling. I'm having a hard, tough week. Got kicked out of a casino last night. Playing blackjack. There's a guy playing next to me with a prosthetic arm. Hey, buddy, haven't you lost enough? You don't appear to be the lucky type. I'm a practical joker. I love this. I go to a gun shop. I see some handguns. I lay some across the counter. I pick them up and go, Let me see that one. Oh, that feels good. That look good to you? Yeah, you wrap that up for me. Oh, and give me 1 bullet. That's right, I'm gonna charge that. I was like, we're gonna need cash for that. I'm like, fine, fuck it, I'll pay cash, but now I want 2 bullets. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, my God.
Joel, you were just on, am I correct?
I'm what?
You were just on this show.
I was just on last week. I like, oh my God. I've been unbelievable, man. I feel like this. I was wanting to say this last time. I didn't know if I got it out. I feel like after 40 years in the minor league,
40 years.
The major leagues.
Yeah, you're very lucky guy. You're signing up.
I'm up in here. I came here a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected I'll wait 2 years. If it took me 2 years to come here, I'll wait 2 years.
I know you don't. You just did it. You did it. I mean, there was a guy earlier, and I can't believe he got on. He signed up, and then here you are, 2 weeks in a row.
I would have dressed different. I said, well, they're not going to pick me 2 weeks in a row, so I didn't really dress appropriately, but I did.
It's fine. So let's talk about it, Joel. What did we not cover last week that you think might be interesting to talk about?
Well, I think it's interesting that I lost my best friend, John Maroney, who was a legend, as you probably remember, at the Comedy Store. We were supposed to...
I don't actually remember him, but I remember Brian Holtzman, who recently mentioned John Mulrooney, slipped on ice and died.
Well, that's one way to die from ice.
Right.
We're all afraid of black guys.
Black ice. That's right. Absolutely. Except for Miles here. He's one of the good ones.
Don't worry, you guys are cool.
That's right. So, what about John Mulrooney?
Well, we were supposed to move here together. He was excited about coming down here and moving here. And, he didn't make it, but I came, and that's interesting. I don't know. He's a legend, the guy, and he loved what was going on here.
Yeah.
In Texas and what you guys were doing here.
Yeah.
Couldn't be a part of it.
Awesome.
But
I can't remember what we talked about last week. Have you been married before?
I have no kids. My mom has been telling me you should have a family.
Is your mom still alive?
Yes, she is.
Amazing. How
She's
old's
doing
Mom?
great. Mom's 89.
Wow, 89. Look at that. Ethel? Is her name Ethel?
Joyce.
Joyce.
89 years old.
Yes.
No, she is healthy. She has a younger boyfriend. Still shaves her pussy.
Absolutely
How
incredible.
fucking cute is that?
Absolutely incredible.
Still, that's great. She's got the runway. It looks like a snow-covered runway.
You're a funny guy, Joel.
No, my mom, I'm serious. She works,
And
she
she's
like me.
still expecting you to have kids? How old are you, Joel?
I'm 59, but I read at a 3rd grade level.
Wow. Amazing.
It's good for your skin.
Pretty sure you're the smartest guy that's been on this show so far tonight.
I was in special ed, though. That's true. I was a slow learner.
Wow. Look at you now.
Yeah.
You're absolutely crushing it. You're 59. Have you gotten your sperm count checked lately?
I don't have to. I got a vasectomy at 32. My gift to the world.
You got a vasectomy at 32?
Yeah,
Back
you're
in-
welcome.
Wow.
It's a true story. A girl that was trying to get pregnant. I found out she was trying to get pregnant through a friend of hers, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get a vasectomy because I want to keep fucking her, and I really don't want to have kids, and they're reversible. So I did that. She took it away. She thought I was getting my colonoscopy.
Oh, that's brilliant. And then you just blasted it inside of her.
Oh yeah, every
until
time.
you were done with her.
Oh yeah, she was trying hard. I mean, I'd be in the shower. I'd look in the bedroom. She's on cupping her legs in the air.
Oh my God. Look at that. The 80s were crazy, people. Life was crazy in the 80s.
Oh yeah, I'm old enough to remember. We didn't have bisexual girls. They were dice.
That's right.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
Right. They were manly women.
Absolutely.
They weren't going trans back then.
Hell no.
They just played dress up and cut their hair. That was it.
That's it. That was
They weren't getting any operations. They weren't trying to turn their pussy into a wiener.
That's it. I get called transphobic. People call me transphobic because I don't date transgender.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it's kind of like more of a matter of trust, isn't it? I mean, if you're willing to cut off your own penis, why in the world would I trust you with mine?
Brilliant. Joel, you are fantastic. This guy's got 40 years of jokes pent up inside of him. What else, Joel? Tell
I'm
us.
single, and I hate being single, Tony.
Yeah, tell us
I'm at
more.
that age now, I just want to meet a nice girl, settle down, start cheating on her.
I love this fucking guy. What else, Joel? Tell me
It's
more.
time. Oh, I dated a model.
Yeah?
One of the heavier models for the larger size clothes.
Uh-huh.
You've probably seen her. She's very successful. Her name's Before.
You son of a bitch, Joel. You get me every time.
I love big women.
Yeah?
I'm a big guy. I love big women, but this bitch was too damn big.
Yeah? How big was
We couldn't even have sex, man. Every time she got on top of me, I'd tap out.
Wait, then what?
I couldn't get on top of her. I'm afraid of heights.
Oh my God, he did it again. Joel's got the joke. Joel's got the joke.
Holy shit, I've been waiting my whole life for this fucking moment.
It's amazing. And you were doing comedy back when the Tonight Show, where people were
Yeah, I
watching.
got
other
rejected
than-
from the Tonight Show.
Other
I got
than
rejected.
your mom's the last person watching Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, my mom's woke. She's woke.
Is she? My mom is too. It's
Is
crazy.
she?
Oh, it's crazy. They
But-
think they have it all figured out because they're watching the fucking local news.
But they can, yeah.
Bought and paid for. They have no idea. They can't fathom that what they're seeing isn't real. It's crazy, isn't it?
My mom believes if you don't hate Donald Trump, you're a bad person.
Yeah. I know.
That's it.
I know. I told Trump when I met him that my mom hates him. We high-fived and laughed about it. You're the man, dude. What can I say? You have jokes. You have jokes built up inside of you.
Oh, I got so
You're
much
fucking
more.
doing it. I wish these goddamn kids would understand that the interview part of the show is an opportunity to continue to be funny.
Yeah.
You fucking get it. You're out here putting on a clinic. You're from a whole different fucking era, but I love it. You're living the fucking dream, dude. 2 weeks in a row is like really crazy rare. So the comedy gods are looking down upon you.
Yep.
And
Comedy gods and John Mulrooney.
yeah, you probably took John Mulrooney, one of John's spots.
Yeah.
He probably would have gotten up this week instead of you. Well, look at him.
Well, there you go.
He really slipped up. No more Mr. Ice Guy.
Who knows? I may have killed him.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, that's pretty genius. I like that. Anything to make it on top.
Could be me.
That's right. Could be you. The freeze is coming.
And there's
We're
already enough. What is it? 200 comics out there? Holy
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. You're beating the odds.
Thank you again.
Well, you got a big joke book last week, right?
I did.
Well, there you go.
Thank you.
Filling
Thank
it
you.
up. No need for another one. Joel Lindley, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's funny how your priorities change. When you're younger, you're worried about making rent or surviving a bad comedy set. Then one day, you realize if something actually happened to you, the people you care about would be the ones dealing with the mess. It's not the most exciting conversation, but it's an important one. That's why I like what Ethos is doing. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get up to $3 million in coverage in as little as 10 minutes at ethos.com/Kiltony. Red Band, you need life insurance.
You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and it's all 100% online. There's no medical exam. You just answer a few health questions online. Some people can even get same-day coverage, and some policies start as low as $30 a month. Ethos can also help you find your lowest rate from its network of trusted carriers.
So, take 10 minutes to get covered today with life insurance through Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/Kiltony. That's ethos.com/Kiltony. Application times may vary. Rates may vary.
We need Hans Kim and some chopsticks first.
Hans Kim, one of the great regulars of the history of the show, and it is time for us to bring up one of the brilliant regulars. It is not easy doing a brand new minute every single week on this show. Expectations are high. Everybody thinks they can do it. They can't. It's not easy, but this man can. He does over a minute every single week of new material. Ladies and gentlemen, he was once the dark storm of Atlanta, and now he's the dark storm of Austin, Texas. Make some noise for the one and only Dedrick Flynn, everybody.
Yeah, your boy fresh out the bento box. Yeah, that was me on that AI video getting arrested in Japan. I did that. They took it away from me. But now I'm back in the greatest country in the world, United States of America. God, I love it. What I don't like is when I landed, like, I feel like this country is getting way too soft. Like, there's people online trying to talk shit about me going to jail. But that's not even the first time I went to jail. So I wasn't that worried about it, nor was anybody who loved me, because everybody who I met in my entire life went to jail. Like, that's where you go to become a stronger person. And I knew it was a weak-ass nigga comment because he was using non-gangster words to say what happened. He was like, Dedrick, you just squandered your opportunity. Whatever that means, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even... It's the first time I squandered. And then I started noticing that this country is getting weak. We gotta tighten up. Because I went to go look for a car. And this first time my license been good. I finally got my license back good. So I went to go look for a car, but then I got upset and I left because as soon as he showed me the first car, he's trying to sell me the car. He's like, hey, sir, this car has automatic windshield wipers. Nigga, who is that for? Is this country so weak we don't know what the fuck rain looks like? Is this country so trash at driving that y'all don't know what to do when the rain starts? You hit the whoop, whoop, whoop. It's right by, listen, I get it. If you don't know your turn signal, I don't know what my turn signal is either. But my nigga, I've never been in a shambles being like, oh, it's raining, what do I do? If only technology would take over. You think jail is hard, my nigga? Let me tell you about my life. You ever drove around with no AC, right? No AC, no power steering with manual windows going down the interstate when it start raining, nigga. It's not, that's the first thing you turn on. Now you gotta reach back and manually roll up all four windows while still going 75 miles a fucking hour. But you can't roll them up all the way because then the steam will come up and you can't see. It look like a crab boil, right? It look like a crab boil in your car. So everybody who ain't had AC know you got one shirt you keep on the back seat and then you wipe the window with that shirt. You never worn that shirt ever again. That's my time. I love y'all.
Dedrick Flynn. I've been there. My defrost went off when I lived in Columbus, Ohio, fresh out of high school for a year, and I had a 15-minute drive down to campus, and I used to have to go fucking Ace Ventura style, head out the window during the winter on the freeway. Just had to fucking look. John Dees is loving this. He's and that's a real thing. Freezing fucking cold. But yeah, I had the shirt. The wipe only goes so far.
You'd only get this window, so if something happened over here, you're up to God.
Yeah. If the guy in the right lane gets in the left lane, you're dead.
Or he's dead, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? These is old school cars. Everybody dies.
Yep. No doubt. No doubt. I love it. I love the squander thing.
That was what? What does that even mean? How do you you squander? Everybody that was like Nelson Mandela spent 40 years in jail, and then after that became the president. My nigga, I spent 23 days. That wasn't enough to change me into the president. Like y'all gotta just let it happen. You know, jail is cool. That's where you get to collect all your thoughts. Like that's where I got to after the 17th day, I realized I had thought of everything that you could think of. I used to watch movies in my head. Like the movies I used to watch on VHS that I would rewind. I know them verbatim. So if you want to hear Shrek, my nigga, I can do it anytime. Or Princess Diaries, and then after the movie, I was like, okay, let me spend some time on myself. So I would gather all 500 niggas that work in my brain, and then I listened to all of them, and then we said, you got to work harder.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish more people and brains told people that.
Yeah. But they got to go to jail, Tom.
We will see. I love that you know the word verbatim, by the way. You use the word verbatim properly there while not knowing what squandered means.
Because they don't even teach, I knew it verbatim. I went to college, I graduated, I got a degree in ethics and philosophy, but that nigga never said squandered. I didn't know. There's like a big, I didn't know, certain words come with opportunities, I guess. I guess you can't really squander a job at Wendy's. I don't think you can.
That's we got the boys up here. How about this?
I see it. No, they're a little different, but
Are those two already hang?
no, I got mine first.
How'd you get the hole in the crotch? He has a hole in his crotch.
I have a hole in my
Told me not to mention it during the show, but there's no way I could squander that opportunity.
It's a word. What's squandered in Spanish, brother? See, Mexican niggas don't even squander nothing. This ain't even my word. Only white people can squander. And hoodwink and bamboozleize a nigga.
Did you make any friends in Japanese jail?
Yeah, I made friends with everybody. The cops love me. Everybody, but they didn't speak a lot of English. We only had this device where they do like talk to text, on a thing, but it didn't work that well. So they had to walk away, speak Japanese. I would put it in, and they would roll it down. So I would try to slide in and go every time. And so every time I did slide in, it was nobody even called me a criminal. They just only called me every time I made friends. I made friends. I got to say, we started. Yeah, I'm going real good. You want me to catch it?
No, I'm gonna kill a fly. I'm gonna kill a fly.
Give me some chopsticks. I'll catch the fly.
You did that? Did you do that in Japanese prison?
That's the first thing they teach you, Tom. He know better than to fly around this motherfucker. I learned how to be blind in the 7th grade, and I've been waiting to do that. I appreciate you being here playing the bass. That's how I am now with comedy. I'm blind to bullshit.
Dedrick, you're absolutely killing it.
Thank you so much.
You did it again tonight.
I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Dedrick Flynn. Michael, do you prop the door open when you load in your drums? I'm trying to figure out how these fucking flies got in here tonight. I know a lot came in with Teresa. They were swarming around Teresa's head. She is on her period. She said she's on her period. The flies are flying tonight, folks. I do believe this next bucket pool is one of the people that arrested Dedrick Flynn. By the looks of this name, make some noise for Ty Wynn, everybody. It's the return of Ty Wynn.
I've been doing stand-up comedy for 11 years now. So that means for 11 years, I've been drinking nothing but PBR. Anybody here that drinks shitty beer, we all drink it because we have one. drinking it for the taste. Same way we don't eat booty for the taste. We do it due to insufficient funds. I'm actually doing better than my older brother. He's a parkour artist. If you don't know what that is, it's the art of throwing all your parents' hopes and dreams out the window. My little sister, she's the most successful one in our whole entire family. She's a gastrointestinal doctor. And she's so good at her job that she can smell your farts and tell you how many months you got left. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, Ty win. We've known Ty for a long time. All the way since Los Angeles, right?
Austin.
We met you in
outside the house, but y'all did totally come to Los Angeles.
That's right. That's when we were based out of LA. We came and did one on the road at Spider House Ballroom.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Well, I'm happy to be here. I signed up because I thought Kanye West would be on the panel.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
But still, we have Malcolm X.
Absolutely.
Talking about me or Fuzz?
Hey, I've been watching you guys from backstage, and you guys were quiet as a mouse. What is going on?
Do you want to join panel, Ty? What's going on here?
No, I was like, you know, I don't know. I thought I'd just go up and bust their balls to have something to say.
You did. You just busted their balls.
Yeah, now they're self-conscious. Now they won't even speak. They might as well do sound effects.
What's your fucking problem, Ty?
I mean, just like Kanye West, you should say something controversial, and you go viral.
Wow.
What was it like being Dedrick Sensei?
I mean, he eats a lot. He sleeps a lot.
Okay. Ty, tell us about your life. What have you been up to? You've been doing stand-up for 11 years, but catch us up with the other stuff.
I'm working on a rap album. It's like a mid-90s East Coast rap album about stand-up comedy.
You want to rap right now? Why don't you give Michael a little beat? Make sure he doesn't play it too hard so that people can understand the words that you're saying.
This song is on the album. It's a song I wrote 10 years ago.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you this. Is it copyrighted? Because YouTube, if it flags on YouTube because they have robots, they recognize it off the thing that you've already had it published on.
No, it's not published.
It's not published?
It's actually not good enough to be published.
Are you sure?
Not if I don't roll my L's.
Okay.
They don't want to catch it.
All right. Give Michael the beat. Tell Michael the beat that you want.
I guess I'll just rap and then y'all could do the beat behind me like last time.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen an Asian Pflugerville rap before, you haven't lived. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ty Win.
So this song is about, you know, how when you're hungry and you don't have money to pay for food, so you have to use what your mom gave you. I go, one pussy licking, that's some church's chicken. When I stick it in her, that's a steak dinner. When I come inside, that's some french fry. Snake and dicks for meal, that's a damn good deal. Bottom line is, my stomach can't be empty. Cause if I'm hungry, then my dick get wimpy. No, I'm not a pimp, I don't need the money. I just want the food like a third world country. Order some takeout, then we can make out. I don't want booty when I tell you bring them cake out. I'm talking about food, I'm talking about dessert. I'd rather see you cook than I'd rather see you twerk. You wanna turn me on? Turn the oven on. You wanna turn me off? Turn the oven off. You wanna get some dick? Cook like a champ. You want your booty leg? Get some food stamp.
Wow. Wow.
Hey. I just know Fuzzy had to slang hella dicks to get that big.
Wow. You keep going after the panel.
What the fuck's the problem, bro? I thought we were friends.
Until y'all made it, you're on the panel, you'll never reach back. You'll never ask me to be on anything at the mothership.
Fucking never I tried to get on the rap. You wouldn't let me. I said I have 16 for your ass. You left my ass on red. Oh, a little quiet now, huh? Fuck you.
Yeah. Look at that.
I was gonna say something about Israel, but I thought not for my career's sake. Since I'm here, I am looking for more headlining spots, so
I got good news for you.
don't edit this out, Red Band.
Hobby is hiring right now.
What?
There's a guy named Hobby who's paying people to do shows. I got the
Feel like an inside joke based
No.
on the previous contestant.
Yes, well, actually, you're very smart, Ty.
Yeah.
You let your Asian side out there, and you are correct. There's a guy named Eddie Lursa who's getting paid to do comedy, and he's only been doing it 3 years, and he's getting paid by Hobby.
Javi, is that a cartel member?
It might be.
Yeah, is it?
Ty, what else is going on in life before I get you out of here? Anything else crazy we should know about? Are you in love yet?
I host a weekly Tuesday comedy show at the Green Room at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, don't edit that out, Red Band. I really need this. And the headlining stuff.
That's great.
You know how tough it is to be a comedian and try and get headlining spots.
Very much so, no doubt about it. But Ty, you're a very funny man.
Thank you.
Red
Do
Band.
you still have your comedy show at your house every week?
Yeah, every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
That's great. And I would love to have you on the Secret Show Thursday.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Catch him Tuesday at the Green Room, Wednesday at his house, and Thursday at the Secret Show. Ty win, everybody. All right, we're really doing it, Red Band. We're really doing it. There's the lovely Heidi. I mean, my goodness gracious. Have you ever seen anything? What a smoke show. On to the next one, everybody. This looks like a fun name. Goes by the name of Uncle G, everyone. Here comes Uncle G.
I popped my first cherry when I was 15 years old. I've been slapping ass for 54 fucking years. Had everything from jailbait to miss. These days I'm working for Griff's. Grandmothers I like to fuck. This lady now, she's a great-great-grandmother. Makes me a great-great-grandmother fucker. No, she's 69 years old, y'all. Told me a day she was a cougar. I said, hell, baby, at your age, you're a saber-tooth. Years old, but she showed me a sex move can't no young woman show you. How many of y'all ever heard of a sex move called a 138? 138. That's when you have 69 with a 69-year-old. I give you slow fuckers time to do the math.
My man, welcome. Uncle motherfucking G has arrived to the Kiltony universe. And I love your style. Holy shit. What part of Louisiana are you from?
Oh, fuck, no, I'm from Atlanta, man.
Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Thick accent like that? You said cougar.
I don't know. I say this shit like... When I'm in Atlanta, I don't have no fucking accent.
Damn.
Y'all do.
Wow. Look at you. You are fucking killing it. Uncle G, how long you been doing stand-up?
I started late in life. I didn't start till I was 57.
How old are you? That must have been 30
I'm
years.
68 now.
Oh, okay.
After you too, man.
I love it. You're 68. You're fucking killing it. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I am.
get it. You didn't waste any time.
I didn't have no fucking time to waste.
You're damn right. You're damn right. I love it. My God, I love it. You're damn right. Again, I'll say it again. It's another thing I wish fucking everybody understood when they got pulled out of this bucket. And
You gotta come on, motherfucker.
oh, I love this guy. I love you. What have you been doing your whole life? What made you start so late?
I was a mortgage banker for forever.
Did you do good for yourself? You made some money?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the bank.
Oh, I could tell. Those eyebrows went way up your forehead when I asked that.
I got older, and my friends said, you dating these women, man, you got to lower your standards. I said, fuck that, I'm raising my allowance.
Take us through it. What else, Uncle G? What have you been doing? Tell us about your life. Give us some fun facts about it.
Well, I do motivational speaking on suicide awareness and all things.
You really do?
I had 2 brothers commit suicide and the third one try. And now I got a book, The Ballad of Uncle G, from suicide survivor to stand-up comedian.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of good shit.
Wow. I love that. Wow.
The doctor asked me if I was suicidal. I said, no, motherfucker, if I get homicidal.
Damn right. Damn right.
But I started dating when I was in rehab.
Tell us about it.
Started dating this schizophrenic. Had to break up with her twice. This is the craziest fucking woman you'll ever meet in your life, y'all. She had 2 distinct personalities. One was named she, and the other one named her. She wasn't nothing like her. Fortunately, when I met her, she was in remission. So I take her to dinner one night, and damn if she don't show up. She's into me, but hell, I'm into her. I didn't care. I took them home. I'm into her, she's into me. You ever had a 3-way with just 2 people in a fucking room? Finally, I looked at her and said, she gotta go. Her response was, if she goes, I go. I said, y'all both get the fuck out of here.
Uncle G, I'm in love with you. Uncle G, we need some wisdom in this room. My boy here, this guy right here, this is 2 of the funniest upcoming guys in the world. This is Fuzzy right here. Meet Fuzzy.
Nice to meet you, Uncle G. You're the fucking man.
Let me tell you something. A girl left Fuzzy for Drew Nickens. You don't even want to know, buddy. No, let's talk about it. Get back to that microphone. Let's talk about it. You crazy.
I got 3 ex-wives.
Okay, let's talk about these ex-wives. Tell us what you've learned, Uncle G.
Well,
What'd you learn from these ladies?
I learned quite a fucking bit, actually. I learned how expensive divorce is, y'all. 3 divorces, between alimony, child support, houses. I spent $1.2 million. You know why divorce is so expensive?
Why?
Because it's fucking worth it.
You've been calling me gay for 13 years. I have a confession. Uncle G's my motherfucking man. You want to get divorced again? Let's do it.
No. What was it? I did the math, y'all. I was married a total of 40 years. Got laid twice a week. That's 3,000 pieces of ice. Do the math. Cost me $300 every time I got laid. I done quit buying pussy. I'm renting it.
Damn right.
So if any of you ladies want to make $300,
I love this fucking guy.
I'll be out front.
Hold on, I'm not letting you go just yet.
That ain't prostitution. That's a lease with an option to buy.
Holy shit.
You missed me, didn't you?
Oh, I love you. I can't get enough of you. Let me ask you this, Uncle G, because you seem like you know how to please a woman. I want to know, what are some of your tips? There's a lot of young bucks out here. There's some fucking young guys saying Fuzzy lost his girl to a guy with brain damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that book.
I'll tell you like my daddy told me, when you take a woman to dinner for the first date, see how she treats the waitress.
Yeah.
Waiter, my first wife, we got to dinner and she's looking at me. She won't even look at him. She goes, tell him I want a steak, tell him I want a baked potato, and get me a dessert, please. Sure enough, 10 years later, I'm at the divorce fucking trial. She won't even look at me. She's looking at the attorney going, tell him I want alimony. Tell him I want... Then my first wife left me. She let work come between us. I realized that when she divorced me and married her fucking boss. My second wife, this no shit, she gained 140 pounds first year we was married. I'd always dreamed about sleeping with two women, but damn, I didn't think she'd be both of them. To be fair, she got confused with the preacher. She thought he said in thickness and in health.
He does this thing where he winks at me sometimes, by the way. He does this thing where he winks. He kills.
He's the best fucking guy.
He's the best guy. Let me ask you one more question. This is my final. We're in overtime in this interview. I've spent more time with you up here than anybody all night long. I can't get enough of you. Let me ask you this, because you seem like you're a master in this. Do you have any training you can give these people out there? You've taught us so much already, but you seem like the kind of guy who really knows how to please a woman.
Okay.
He wrote a book about this, folks.
Never sweat baby stuff. Always kept it sweet.
He wrote a book about this, folks.
Never sweat the petty stuff. Always pet the sweaty stuff.
What I love about this show is that so many people come in so many different shapes and sizes. Some people start early in life. Some people start late in life. Whatever the fuck you are, Uncle G, you are built for this shit. And my friend, since the set and the interview and everything, it's just been nothing but absolute a fucking blast.
I've enjoyed the fuck out.
Well, I gotta tell you, my friend, you are the newest golden ticket winner here on Deltona. That's yours, buddy. Holy shit. We need more Uncle G. You let us know when you want to come back. You'll get an automatic spot. Yeah. What?
Who do I contact?
They're going to take care of it right back there.
Hey, y'all think?
That's a smirk.
I appreciate the fuck out of
That's a good question. Uncle G, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You want to know how to make it in showbiz? Do that.
Who do I contact? He's the oldest guy I've ever seen.
Wow. All right, we're having fun in here. Let's see if we can fuck it up with your next bucket full. Make some noise for him. It's Chris Longoria, everybody. Here comes Chris Longoria.
My buddies and I took a trip the other day, and I decided to put the Airbnb on my credit card and have them reimburse me on Cash App. And this is how these jokers reimburse me. $186 from Rick for that pussy. $186 from Ruben for great sex. $186 from Gabe for the Cut Corner Club membership. And $186 from my dad for a great weekend at the Airbnb with the boys. Now, when my nosy ass ex-girlfriend went through my phone and saw all these transactions, she's like, baby, did you prostitute yourself out to 2 gay men? Have a third gay man watching you and have your dad part of the whole freaky ass situation? I'm like, nah, baby, you know they're assholes. They're just joking. And she goes, all right, well then what's this $5 charge you sent back to Rick for a great blowjob? I was like, oh, fuck, I could explain that shit. $5 is a hell of a deal. It costs way more than $5 for you to even look at it, much less touch it. All right, guys, that's been my time. I've been Chris Longoria.
Chris Longoria. It's tough to follow Uncle G, Chris.
Oh, he killed it. He killed it.
You're coming out after a blizzard. Even the flies left after fucking. The flies are like, this guy's too good. We're going to the fucking Shakespeare's. Go watch the open mic over there.
And I had to watch it from the beginning because I was sitting in the crowd, so I saw the whole thing. Congratulations to him, man.
What made you, you like just wanted to see the show tonight?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I've been watching since before I started doing comedy, so yeah.
How long you been on comedy?
Going on 3 years.
You've been on this show before, right?
About a month ago with Tom Segura and Cheryl Underwood, yes.
Okay. What did we learn about you there in the interview?
Tom tried to get me caught up with ICE and tried saying I was from Mexico.
Yeah, but you're not?
I'm not. I'm from Corpus Christi.
Oh, okay. That's the Mexico of Texas.
Really close. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was about it. That was about all we really talked about.
Okay. Well, what's something that you think would be interesting for us to talk about?
So I once tried going drink for drink with professional wrestlers and ended up blacked out in a wrestler's room and then blacked out in the hallway outside of his room.
What wrestlers?
With AEW, my best friend Sammy Guevara.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. How'd you make friends with all those guys?
There's a independent wrestling company in Corpus Christi. I was just a big fan. Started going to all of them and just became friends with a lot of dudes. I have a lot of friends in WWE and AEW right now.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Look at you. You ever wear a luchador mask?
During sex, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I'll Venmo you.
Hell yeah, I got you.
You guys have anything to say to Chris Longoria over here? What do we think about Chris, boys? Let's check in with the panel over here.
Thought you were funny, man. You just gotta keep grinding. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking. If I were you, I would pretend to be Indian, and then if I was giving you actually, I'd pretend to be Pakistani, and I'd come out here and I'd go, "Yo, are there any Indians in here?" And then one fucker would go, "Whoo," and I go, "Fuck you, Pakistan forever!"
I'll try that next time.
Voice I can really give Tony. I'm sorry.
It works. No, it works. Let's check in with Miles Johnson.
I don't really have anything funny to say. I think. Thanks, bro. I think you should have gave it a second, and then started. Because everybody was still reeling from that fucking Uncle G shit. That guy was fucking crazy.
So the last time I was on, I went all the way to the bear, and I was scared of that happening, so I was like, let me just jump straight in.
He's talking about the beginning, like kind of like, and you did it right. You started with the joke, but it was like fast and hard. And there's also a lot of math before we realize what the joke's going on. Like people are trying to figure out what's the 180 whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on. But I get it. Again, you just went up after a very rare,
absolute
beast in Uncle G. He had his moment at 68 years old, and then you have come up here to another spry Latino.
Yeah, are you Mexican?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, half of my
half
of my family's from Spain and half of my family's from Mexico. I did some research after the last time I came on. Y'all grilled me about because I said my family wasn't from Mexico. I did some research, and my mother's side of the family's from Spain, and I don't know where the fuck my dad's side of the family is, so I'm gonna assume Mexico.
Right. Wherever that one guy goes for his medicine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, there you go. You got what size joke book did you get last time?
Medium last time.
Okay. There you go. You did it. Chris Longoria. Chris Longoria. All right. We know this next lady. She was famously at the January 6th riot. What do they call it? One side calls it riots. What do they call it? Not riots.
Field trip is what they call it now.
Insurrection is what they call it. Some people call it a guided tour. 51% of the country calls it a guided tour of the Capitol. The other ones call it an insurrection. So it all depends on what news channels you watch. Make some noise for it. It's Karen Jones, everybody.
Hello. Good to see everyone. When my oldest son was 11 years old, he found out that our entire family was peeing in the shower. He didn't know you could pee in the shower, and he got pissed. It's like, you're letting me go in a shower where everyone is peeing? I just thought, man, I'm not going to tell him how much his dad jacks off in there. It could turn him into a sexual deviant. Thank God that didn't happen. You know, it's 40 years later, and he manages strip clubs. So it worked out okay. Now, if you would have told me back then that in 40 years I would be having sex with a 74-year-old man, you would have been wrong. I think old people having sex is sickening. Right? Does anybody want to think about their grandma and grandpa having sex? Ugh. Yeah, I said that to my grandson. He's like, my other grandparents have sex. Like, how do you know that? I've walked in on them twice. Thank you. That's my time.
Okay, Karen. All right.
Oh.
Well, okay. Karen Jones. An interesting set tonight. Welcome, welcome. How are you? You been working that out? You been going to open mics and stuff?
Well, yes, I have been.
How's that going?
It's going really well.
Tell us more. What's going on, Karen Jones? What are you
Well,
up to nowadays?
okay.
There's always some crazy shit going on.
Last time I was
Still live in California?
I still own a house in California, and I'm not going to live in it.
Right. Because the neighborhood turned on you when you got on the news for being part of the guided tour of the
It was a guided tour, and good news, they released the rest or a good part of the badge cams in the last 24 hours.
What does that mean?
It means you'll get to see me take a blow to the belly when I said a nice thing to a policeman. He just went boom in my stomach. I'm like, oh my God, I walked into a trap.
On January 6th.
Yes.
So there's going to be video of you getting hit by a police officer.
I sure hope so.
Because that happened.
It definitely happened. I told everybody from, day one, and now this is going to come out. The shoving of me, I've already seen those videos. Like, I didn't do anything. They invited us in and attacked us. I know it's hard
Very
to believe.
exciting that we're going to get to see that video. Normally, if we want to see you on our televisions, we have to watch The Conjuring. So, very exciting. The woman in the nun outfit, everybody. That's her. If you turn your lights out.
Well, the reason that there are other reasons why I'm not living in my house in California.
Okay.
It's in Santa Ynez, California. I don't know if you know where Santa Ynez is.
Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Well, it really does matter.
Okay.
It matters a lot.
Jesus, let's talk geography.
Well, I'm celebrity adjacent.
Okay.
It's where Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. It's Reagan Ranch. It's the cow.
Neverland Ranch is one of Redman's favorite salad dressings. We're having fun here tonight.
No. Anyway, I lived in the last house in downtown. I live at the four-way
Is it a haunted house?
No, it is a historical house.
Oh, we're close.
It's going to be a comedy club.
You got me right there. That was very good. Made me ruin that hit of a cigarette. Nothing seems worse than when you have a spit take with a lung full of cigarette smoke.
I miss that.
You miss smoking.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you do.
I do.
How long did you smoke for, Karen?
From the time I could
Boom.
walk.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I was born in the 50s, and little kids smoked then.
Hell yeah.
And, but then I quit in my early 30s when it started being uncool.
Oh.
Like when they started making people, California got down on smokers really early. And when they sent people outside to smoke, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to huddle with a bunch of addicts out, under the awning in the rain.
Right.
Yeah, not my style.
Not your style. Storming the Capitol building.
Getting a tour, an invited tour from the commander-in-chief, the top law enforcement person in the United States, invited us to Washington. I RSVP'd to a permitted event, was invited in, and took one to the belly.
Now, who invited you in? Was it a person?
Well, police officers.
Yeah.
The Capitol Police were nice, and they were outside. And people should know I was on the nice side of the Capitol. I was on the east side because I had to go pee, and so we stopped at the hotel, and I've been having to go back and prepare my comedy club, and I found my... the shower. If you
No
have to
doubt
pee.
about it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get out of the shower.
Don't pee in the shower. That means you think you have to pee.
I think something's going on, and as I felt kind of embarrassed that my son got so old, didn't know that you can pee in that drain hole. The whole family was doing it.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
William Montgomery shits in that pee hole in the shower.
Back in the day.
I have heard people say that, and if a guy back before I met my husband on a one-night stand, if a guy would have shit in my shower, I never would have went out with him again.
You're damn right. That's a one-night stand.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the weirdest place you've ever peed? I saw you pee, I believe, in the movie The Exorcist. You were lying in bed. They had you chained up.
Well, you know, I can't really think of weird places because it's very hard to pee
Fuzzy's face
outside.
is looking like it's asking for it tonight. I don't know if you see.
I don't know the weirdest place you peed, but I know the weirdest place you shit was Pelosi's desk.
See, right there, that's why people have so much trouble believing the truth about January 6th, because there's so much misinformation.
Right, they just let you in, right?
No.
That actually happened on 9/11. They just let us into the cockpit and you guys giving us a tour.
They told us we could land here. They said we could land here. What the fuck, man? They told us that we could land there.
No, I'm joking. I believe you for real, though.
I believe you too. I think you really think that, and a lot of people do think that. But more and more people are figuring out that the 2020 election was stolen. There's been a lot of funny things that's going on.
Somehow more. I mean, I don't like getting political. Believe it or not.
No,
I know I did the one thing, but I had to make sure we had the right president.
No, Tony, I felt you so much for that 10-day period before the election.
Yeah.
That's how I felt for 4 years.
Yeah, I
Like,
get it.
oh, God, I did something good, and they turned it around and attacked President Trump.
Hey, I get it. Absolutely.
But it all works out. It all works out.
Definitely does.
In the 60s, were you like a hardcore hippie, like compound girl, nudist shit thing?
I'm a never nude, like on Arrested Development.
Okay.
My husband, if he sees me nude, it's totally an accident.
Karen, I love your style.
I love you, Tony.
And you know what? I feel like, as crazy as it sounds, and I know people think I'm fucking nuts for this, there's something that I honestly think that you're telling the truth about January 6th. I don't think you would be so passionate and lie about being let in, being guided through. We've talked about this a few times. You are like, a lot of, during COVID and a lot of things, I kind of like saw with my own eyes and ears what was going on. And you're kind of like my January 6th canary in the coal mine, which makes sense because you literally look like a canary that's been through a coal mine. We love you, Karen. Your set was absolutely god-awful, but I love you so much. You're even a big joke buff. Bill. Oh, shit, you're going to say that I beat your stomach with a joke buff. Oh, no. She was assaulted.
It was on purpose. Thank you all
By
very
the
much.
commander of Kill Tony.
Thank you to my people in line.
We love you. Karen Jones, everybody. Put that mic stand back where you found it, you little rioter. All right. I guess that's the way the microphone was facing. You got to... I mean, look at that microphone. Don't you believe her about January 7th?
I was just walking around, and he struck me.
I have to see that fucking footage.
I just wanted to see the rose room. I wanted to see the rose garden.
You saying that she shit in Pelosi's desk almost made me pass out.
I really believe that. I really believe
I was taking a little shit.
And the police officer hit me. I thought I was having fun and I squandered it.
I thought it was part of the tour.
told me I look like Jeffrey Dahmer with an iron deficiency. So I guess I got to look into this Jeffrey Dahmer guy's diet, see if I'm missing anything. I've noticed a lot of straight guys, other straight guys, I mean, they get offended or upset whenever they get like a compliment from a gay guy, you know? And I never do, you know? I feel like the number one compliment I get from gay guys is like, my asshole feels amazing. And that doesn't make me gay. You can just take a compliment, you know what I'm saying? My mom wants me to say that's a joke. My mom, she's pretty clear about that. She wants me to quit smoking weed and doing stand-up comedy. That's not what she said. She said I gotta start paying for my own weed. Fucking bitch. Don't be alarmed, sir. Sometimes white guys, we call our moms bitch. He's looking at me like, hey, yo, man.
I mean, he's whiter than you, but okay, Jake.
What the fuck did I do? No,
Hey, yo, motherfucker.
Hey, yo.
You calling your mama a bitch, motherfucker?
All right, Jake, welcome. How long you been doing stand-up, Jake?
Almost 2 years.
This is your first time on the show, correct?
Yes, sir. I am so fucking nervous right now.
You're doing fine. You're doing great, Jake. Great stuff. Do you really smoke weed with your mom?
No, my mom is a devout Christian. She's a saint. I smoke a lot of weed. She doesn't condone it.
Perfect. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. You've been doing it 3 years, you said?
I've been doing almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. What do you do for work?
I'm a server.
Where are you serving at?
Austin Country Club.
Ooh, that's a good gig. How'd you get that job?
One of my mentors in hospitality, fuck you.
What did he say? We don't know what that guy said even.
You're right, I'm sorry.
What
He just laughed.
Oh. I like that. You're in the right industry to get mad at people laughing.
Yeah. I am passionate about hospitality.
Yeah.
Like I like to take care of people, and I like to bartend, and I think I'm good at it. I got the job because one of my mentors in hospitality had the job. He laughed again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're leaving a long pause after you say mentors in hospitality. You're giving the room a lot of time to react.
It's like you're saying like a 1,000-year-old Asian guy is teaching you how to wait tables.
He calls me his apprentice.
Wow.
He says he'll introduce me to tables. He'll be like, "This is my apprentice."
Wow.
And then I'll be like, "What the fuck can I get for you to drink?"
Wow.
He's a great guy, though. He used to work at he tried to get me to come work at the Betty. And his name is Leighton, and shout out Leighton. He taught me everything I know about bartending. There's a bunch of other bartenders who'd be really pissed that I said that.
Very good. We love the Betty. Great Jinx at the Betty, one of the best bars in the city without it.
It's a great bar. It's a great bar.
Probably the best bar in Austin, Texas, but
I'd agree with that.
A lot of hot guys.
A lot of hot guys. Make sure you shut
Yeah, my younger brother.
Surprised you didn't get the job. The place is filled with smoking hot dudes.
Well, I gotta. Yeah.
Kidding, it's all hot chicks. It makes sense you weren't hired.
You're right.
Over
you're right.
here. Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So tell us more about your life. What do you do for fun? Enough about your hospitality mentor.
Well, I just got engaged. Yeah.
All right. Where'd you meet this little dame at?
Serving tables.
Okay. You were taking care of her?
No, we serve tables together.
Oh, nice. How long have you worked with her?
We don't work together anymore because that was a lot, but we've been together for approaching 5 years now.
Wow. Amazing. And she's serving somewhere else now?
No, she works at an interior design firm.
Okay.
She's
Very
like
cool.
an estimator.
All right. And when are you planning on actually getting married?
We're getting married on October 16th.
Okay. What made you pick that date exactly?
Well, that's actually funny. We're looking at venues, and that one was open. But it turns out that was the day that my parents got married, too. I mean, I never knew because they were divorced. So, but...
Wow. I think that's a bad omen, but...
I'm just a positive mentality guy. I'm going to make that date a good date. You know what I'm trying to say?
Tell us more about what you do when you're not doing comedy or serving tables. You seem like the kind of guy that has an extensive collection of seashells or something like that.
Sometimes I blade. I like to disc golf.
When you say blade, you mean rollerblade?
I mean roller, correct.
What type of places are you? What type of places are you rolling around on your feet at?
Well, the other day I did a workout at the YMCA.
You rollerbladed?
Shout out YMCA.
You rollerbladed at the YMCA?
No, I rollerbladed from the YMCA to the Creek in the Cave afterward.
Wow. So you have shoes that you use at the gym. So you rollerblade to the YMCA. You take your rollerblades off in the locker room or out front on the stairway?
They stay in the trunk of my car. And then when
Hold on. We have a lot of questions here. So when I asked you where you rollerblade, you said the YMCA. So do you leave your car at the YMCA and rollerblade to the Creek in the Cave?
Yes, sir.
And then you rollerbladed from the Creek in the Cave back to the YMCA?
Well, when I got to the Creek in the Cave, I realized I can't fucking rollerblade.
You can't rollerblade on stage, you mean?
No, like at all. Like I used to rollerblade when I was a kid, and then I thought like it would just come back to me, and then I'm like in front of like rush hour traffic. I can't even stop.
There's no brakes on rollers.
There's no brake. I didn't know that.
There's technically ways to brake without a doubt.
There is. That is true.
So I asked you what you do for fun or what you're good at or something like that, and you named something that you're literally not good at.
That I'm getting better at.
Oh,
and then because I'm
very optimistic, shockingly optimistic.
Thank you. You're fucking hot, dude.
Whoa, look at this. Wedding's off, everybody. Look at that. Looks like I have a new membership at the Austin Country Club.
If you want it, I will suck your dick, dude.
Wow, okay, that's enough.
This guy's got some Dahmer in him for sure.
That's enough. If I come too fast, I'm going to think of Karen Jones and last a little bit longer. All right. Jake, give me one more thing that you think out of your entire life makes you different than other people. Something must have happened, maybe a near death, maybe you saved somebody's life, maybe something crazy, anything at all. Maybe you once got caught in a weather storm. Perhaps it was hail or sleet. Maybe something. I'm giving you a lot of time to think here about how you're not one of the most boring white people on planet Earth. You can literally say anything. Oh, there was a guy earlier that masturbated for 14 hours in an attic on meth.
That's impressive.
Good luck.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I was raised in Mansfield, Ohio. I moved here in 2020. I was arrested on my way down.
Perfect. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You got arrested, I'm going to say
Put this way.
At the top of Texas? Up
In
there?
Rockwall.
What?
Rockwall.
Rockwall, Texas.
Represent.
Rockwall, Texas.
Rockwall, Texas.
They got you going 70 and a 60. They smelled marijuana in the vehicle. Am I correct?
You're correct.
And you had just over an ounce or under an ounce because you came heavy.
I had an eighth.
Oh, very good. Red Band had that correct.
Yeah. Well, we had.
Who's we?
It was me and my best friend. And we rolled. It's an 18-hour drive from Mansfield to Austin. We rolled a blunt per hour.
Mansfield is the meeting place, correct, between Youngstown and Columbus, right?
That's correct.
Yep, I remember that well.
It's a small prison town.
Yeah.
You know Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
That's the old prison. And man, my great grandfather worked at that prison, taught music there.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of your mentors.
No trail.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. How long were you in jail for?
About 16 hours.
Perfect. Look at that. Amazing. Welcome to being white. Miles, that's how good it could be. Can you imagine?
16 hours.
Wait till Dedrick finds out. 16-hour jail.
Okay.
Wow, that's your go-to. That's your go-to, that black impression. Do you have any black friends?
Yeah.
What do you think is the blackest thing about you before I let you go, Jake Stewart? Because I'm not seeing it.
Well, to me, I feel like, I don't know, I'm pretty good at basketball.
Wow.
You would not think I'm good at basketball. Basketball. Basketball's like sex, because for a 5'9" white guy, I'm better than you think, you know?
There's just one guy clapping. Old Rockwall.
Rockwall, yeah.
Old Rockwall. Well, Jake, I'm just in a giving mood at this point because I enjoyed this episode. So you're getting a big joke book. There goes Jake Stewart, everybody, and that is the bucket full portion of the show. Oh, Mr. Basketball didn't catch the leather joke book?
Dap me up wrong, too.
Well,
You don't know black guys.
if you ask me, there's only one way to end an episode like this, and that is with one of the best joke writers and performers in the history of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this regular has been super viral all week with one of the greatest Hitler jokes of all time. This guy is just doing it right. I mean, a freak of nature. Again, one of the hardest jobs in the industry of comedy is being a regular on Kill Tony. This is a brand new minute from the real deal. This is Pat O'Neill, everybody.
Folks, how is it that these gender reveal parties are all the rage nowadays? Yet whenever I reveal my gender to people at parties, I'm a weirdo with an oddly shaped penis that wasn't even invited in the first place. Fucking make up your mind, people. Something else I'll never understand today is how some guys have threesomes together. I could never stay hard while there's another dude in the room, you know? Fucking my boyfriend. I don't get it. A little bit more about me. I love midget wrestling. I always win. Speaking of wrestling, last week I told my retarded nephew a Waymo driver was John Cena. Believed me. Okay, that's it.
Wow. He's done it again, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you, folks.
You are fantastic, Pat O'Neill. We got the boys up here. I know you guys are big Pat O'Neill fans.
I fucking love Pat O'Neill. Me and Miles, we've been working the door here since it originally opened, and it's guys like Pat O'Neill that come in, sign up for this show, grow, and they make the scene so much stronger. It's so good having you here, Pat. You're the fucking man.
Hey, brother.
You make this fuck so much better already. You're going to the top, brother. I love you.
I fucking love you, Pat.
Okay there, Miles. Oh my God.
What's happening, Pat?
Yeah. Fucking crazy night. Holy shit. I'm glad to be on this show too, because like at the end I was wanting the golden ticket to like advance my comedy career and all that, but by the end it really was to just not have to wait with those fucking maniacs next door anymore, and I am just so happy.
It's its own show, perhaps. The sign-ups, the people that are waiting over there. I've heard crazy stories. I've seen some fucking video here. Fights and this and that.
They're
It's
nuts.
chaos over there. It's nuts.
Yeah.
A lot of people come and go. A lot of people get banned from there. Imagine that. Fuzzy, you're banned from Shakespeare's?
I'll never go back. I'll say that much.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, I'm not banned. I'm not banned.
Oh, okay.
They love me at Shakespeare.
Pat, can you recall anything specific that you've seen over there that...
I mean, there's people wrestling on the floor one night. I mean, there's at least 2 to 3 guys just using it for shelter on any given week with like the huge fucking backpacks and whatnot. But yeah,
What are they wrestling about?
I don't know. I think it was Fuzzy and Drew over a girl.
Mister, I'm not going back there. Well.
I'm fucking killing you, Drew After. You think you're so fucking hot because you got a metal plate on your head?
Oh my God. Well, Pat, I mean, you're just the man. Anything else we need to cover this week? Or
Not really. Follow me on Instagram if you want to,
What is
or
that?
YouTube.
Tell them all.
Pat O'Neill Comedy on everything.
Pat O'Neill Comedy. If you're not following this man, you're a stupid idiot. A stupid idiot. And you don't want to be a stupid idiot. One more time for Pat O'Neill, huh? You can catch him at Madison Square Garden with us as we do Kill Tony for the 3rd year in a row. That's what we go to New York City for, is to do Madison Square Garden. And he'll also be with us November 13th and 14th at the Dolby Live Theater at the MGM in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be chilly that time of the year in a lot of places. Why not escape to Vegas, catch 2 Kill Tonys? The band will be playing at City Winery in New York the night before our 2 MSG shows. That's August 6th at City Winery. So yeah, there you go. A lot of fun stuff happening. Look out for another big announcement, as we always do New Year's Eve here in Austin. How about one more time for the panel debut of Miles Johnson and Fuzzy Kilji? Am I saying that right? Kilji? Spell it for these people.
K-H-I. Actually, don't worry about it. Just Fuzzy Comic on Instagram.
Oh, it's Fuzzy Comic?
Fuzzy Comic on Instagram.
Great. Yeah, follow these guys. That's Miles with a Y.
Miles with a Y. Miles, the black guy. I'm the black guy.
I mean, I had so much fun with you guys. It's always a fun episode to me when I have fun, and that's all I fucking care about. This is the show that I love to do, and you guys made it a lot of fun. I knew it was gonna be, but wow, there's some magical moments. One more time, congratulations to the first ever 68-year-old Golden Ticket winner, Uncle G. I love that he said, "Who do I contact?" after I gave it to him. That's wisdom right there, by the way. A lot of people fucking, I mean, of course we take care of it, but in life, make sure if someone gives you the opportunity of a lifetime, make sure you get someone's phone number about it. There's a lesson in that, believe it or not. There's magic to that. Sometimes it fucking goes right through you. You hang out with maybe the President of the United States, you forget to exchange numbers or something. It could happen to you. Red Band?
Please check out the Sunset Strip Comedy Club, Sunset Strip ATX.com. Secret show every Thursday.
It's a great place. A lot of people say, quote,
about like paint.
Zero with an X.
Zero loves making it easy to manage your books and cash flow all in one place.
Maxing is so maxing right now, bro. Carl's Jr. is saving you big with a $5.99
paintball or something along those lines.
What I'm picturing too is like I really could find a scene with a skyscraper because I want like someone with a long lens pointed down of like someone picture them on a street. It's pitch black and they have like a fire and it's them and their 3 friends and then they hear noise and zombies and stuff. Like those shots would be so beautiful. Like I mean that it would probably be one of the most beautiful videos ever. And I'm picturing we put like vines like on all the buildings and stuff too. So
well, if you wanted no one around, it's going to be hard because you're going to have to do it in an abandoned place. Exactly. And you're not going to get an abandoned skyscraper.
Maybe.
Unless you're in Detroit.
Well, it doesn't happen in the U.S. We did a video, 7 Days in an Abandoned City, where there's like some place in Europe where there was a city that was like war-torn and stuff like that. And it had like hotels and tall buildings and everything. It was pretty wild. So
really?
Yeah.
And there's no one in it now?
No one in it. Like tourists go there or whatever, but they let us close it off for a week. It was pretty crazy.
Well, that's the place then.
Yeah, I just wonder if they'll, it's a little bit of history there, so I doubt they'll let me go in and like set deck everything like crazy, but.
And also paintball everything.
Exactly, yeah. Well, with those maps, we could do airsoft, which would be maybe even easier. Well, actually, no, the problem with airsoft then is the trust system. You don't know if they got hit, so paintball is probably more effective.
Yeah, you need paintball.
Yeah.
You need paintball, and it needs to look good when it splatters against them.
I just, if someone on my team's watching this, just clip the last 10 minutes of this and send it to the creative team. I got you guys. I believe in you.
Is there another way to kill a zombie other than paintball that would be wild? Like, is there something else?
Well, one thing we've been working on because I've always wanted to like do Hunger Games in real life as well is so like these like suits where you could electronic like laser tag where you could just shoot and then it just like lights up. So
what about shotguns with bean bags? Because they use those for people to like take out. Like when the non-lethal loads, they have like bean bags that they shoot out of a shotgun.
The question I would need is like, if I shot you with it like 3 feet away, would you still be fine? I guess you could probably adjust the pressure and stuff where it's not
really.
Okay, well,
I mean, you could, but you couldn't vary it. You
See,
know,
this isn't Fear Factor. This is Mr. Beast.
I understand,
Yeah.
but it's a gray line.
You know, it's so funny. I need to give you a blunt and let you just help me cook on this video. I can see this
There's
is something you're
something
interested
there. You just have to figure out an exciting way to kill them, where it doesn't actually hurt the stunt people or whoever's wearing the masks, whoever pretends to be a zombie. It would have to be something. I was thinking light him on fire, but that's.
Wait, could you pull up the 7 Days Abandoned City video and just skip to some random part? I'd love for him to see like how it looks, because that with what you're picturing, and that really would be something you can't find anywhere else. And that's what like gets me excited, is when it's content you can't find anywhere else. That's typically, you know, a huge indicator that if it's done well, people like it.
Have you seen the show From?
I don't think so. No.
It's great show. But it's about the.
Wait, look at that shot. Pause it right there. Look, like, so that's just one random building, but you can maybe go to the intro or something if you want to just show them like, yeah, this whole place. Like, look at these buildings.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
Yeah, and then like, yeah, if you pause it there, those are all the buildings in the city. And, I mean,
Oh, dude, this is the spot. Listen, the show starts at sundown every night.
okay.
As soon as the sun goes down, that's when the games begin. Nothing happens until it gets dark.
Okay.
Everything is in the dark. And these people have no idea when it's going to happen, when they're going to get hit. And so they try to get their sleep whenever they can. But you keep them awake during the day with tasks. You keep them away. So during the day, they have all sorts of materials. They have supplies, they have all sorts of things, and they have to figure out how to protect themselves, how to develop shelter, alarm systems for when the zombies are close. You give them,
really?
Yeah, give them time to like figure out stuff to do to keep the zombies away, and a limited amount of materials that they can work with, and just let these people get creative in their ingenuity. But then you keep so that they'll be busy during the day, so they're not going to be able to sleep. So at nighttime, when it gets dark out, then they don't know when it's going to hit. So you have these people sitting around, and it might be 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and then 3 in the morning, shit starts
30
happening.
zombies come in, and they got to shoot them all with paintballs.
And they're creeping in.
Yeah.
Like, they're creeping in.
Bro, you're getting me excited. I mean, it would be so fucking cool to, like, let them build a structure or something, and then, like in I'm Legend, where he has to point the lights because they hate lights, but, like, at nighttime, like, they'll have to, we can hide lights throughout the city that they'd have to collect and then set up so they have good vision around their fort and everything, and then they have, like, cycles where they take turns watching and stuff. And then we only send the zombies out theoretically at night, or whatever the structure be, so they have chill time. Or maybe every night 40 zombies are unleashed, and then so they're like, they shot like 35 of them, but they're like, oh shit, there's 5 hidden around the city. So that day while they're walking around, they're like on edge, and the tension throughout the day would be phenomenal. Yeah, there's so many cool ways to do it.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them that the zombies are only going to come out at night.
Yeah.
Just have it that way.
I'm excited. We need to stop talking about this because I'm going to leave and go film it right now.
And then
I'm fighting the urge to go call my team. This is
you also, with the zombies, they can come out in the daytime. These people don't know because they never do it.
True. Like the first 5 days, it's only at night.
Yeah.
And then day 6,
exactly.
Boom.
So people get snatched up in the middle of their house.
This company we used before as Gel Blaster. It's almost like airsoft, but it doesn't hurt as bad.
Oh, it shoots water?
And these vests that they have set up are sensors, so you can almost like what you're saying. It's like VR laser tag.
So it lights up when you hit it?
Yeah, and there's like a whole talking system that says like you have this many shots left, you have this much energy
left. Can we see a video?
Yeah.
Wait,
is this a video?
We did this at night at somebody's house.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When did you do this?
A couple months ago.
Oh, nice.
I don't.
Wait, actually, now that you pointed out, I have seen like Nerf gel blasters. I actually never thought of that.
So that, I mean, you could just redo the suits so that makes sense.
Yeah, and then reskin the guns because those look a little lame.
Yep.
But yeah, that would be.
It's kind of lame.
It already exists.
I kind of like shotguns with beanbags.
I think we all can easily picture the aesthetic you're looking for. I have to find the blend between Joe's like recreation of this video and like what I could actually do. But I actually am more inspired than ever. I think it's very doable.
It's very doable. Yeah. You just have to figure out a way to make it exciting, but still not hurt anybody.
Exactly.
That's really not hurt the zombies. You'd have to like armor these people up somehow.
I mean, well, the thing too is like, one thing that would help is like if the zombies were ex-Navy SEALs or something. Then it's a little different than if they were like typical Hollywood actors and things like that. So I've learned for like some of these other things, like it's also who you cast to do it. Like the Navy, if it was like Navy SEAls dressed up as zombies and I paid them well, they wouldn't care.
It could be like a zombie army, like an army. Some army somewhere got taken over and turned into zombies, and those are the people you're fighting against. So you could put them with like plate carriers on, and you could armor them up a little bit so they could take some hits.
Have some lore behind it.
It would make sense too.
I'm sold. I just gotta find an abandoned city.
Give them glowing eyes. And that's the only way you know they're
This whole
out there.
podcast is gonna be Joe helping me figure out how to do zombies.
Dude, it would be fucking terrifying.
It would
Imagine
be
there's
awesome.
people that are in like this city. There's no lights. There's no electricity. And then at nighttime it goes dark. And maybe they have flashlights, but each flashlight only has like 1 hour of battery life. And so you have to like judiciously use that flashlight throughout the evening.
To shine it
And
around.
shut it up, so you give them like a little extra tension that the flashlight's gonna die because you only have 1 hour of flashlight battery.
Yeah.
And then you see these red eyes. Like you give them like a slightly glowing red eye.
Yeah.
And that's how you can find the zombies.
True. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And
so
then
you just look out into the woods.
Yeah.
You see the fucking eyes, man. You see the eyes.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
And the other thing too would be, because I go to like how do we execute it? We could do it too where like there's like every day at like a certain period we pull off all the dead zombies which are humans and we just swap them with like I can have recreated versions of them there. So there's like actual zombie bodies like piling up and things like that. So as the video progresses, they're like literally stepping over like mannequins that are set decked identically how the people were. So when they die, and then they're just like literally stepping on zombies as they go building to building. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
And actually, because if I put $1
And
million,
you would chalk outlines around the zombies, so you can identify the fact that this one's a dead zombie.
Or no, don't.
Yeah.
Screw it. Let that be the fun part. But then if we put like a crazy prize on it, we could do. You only get the prize, or maybe the prize is split amongst everyone who survives the whole 10 days or whatever. And then it's like to really build up like this crescendo at the end. We could have it where the final day there's a massive invasion coming or something. So it's like the whole time. It's what if like every day more and more came. So day 1 it was 10. Day 2 is 20, and then 50, and then I'm like, we're gonna have 400 zombies come on the final day. So the whole video, they're prepping for this like Game of Thrones type invasion.
Not only that, but the people that get killed by the zombie, we think they're out of the game, but they actually become zombies. So when you think you won at the end, now the final game is you're competing against the zombies. The zombies who can't win because they're already dead, but they
know
can
you're
make
for.
you lose.
Yeah, and they know you're for. You know what would actually be even crazier is if instead of, maybe we have Navy SEALs as the zombies, but also, what if the contestants are like ex-Navy SEALs too, so they have like real strategy and stuff like that? That would be cool.
Just get the most badass people that you can get for this zombie thing, like survivalists, martial artists.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Dude.
Actually, that's not bad. Like, a UFC champion, Navy SEAL, like Taekwondo, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, what happens if you put 6 experts in different fields together and simulate a real zombie apocalypse? You have 50 acres of this abandoned city sealed off. We set decked it all. And every day, a wave of zombie that gets bigger and bigger until the big crescendo at the end hits. And if you survive it all, you split $1 million.
I think the really difficult challenge is figuring out a way to kill zombies that's not lame.
Exactly.
And doesn't hurt anybody. Actually doesn't kill people.
I don't know if that's your second thought process, but of course,
But it has to, because if you're hitting them, even with the gel soft, it look kind of cool, but it's like pew, pew, pew.
Exactly.
Pew, pew, pew. No, it's got to be ba-bang,
Well,
ba-bang.
and I could add those sounds in post, but we're big fans of practical, so I'd have my team take apart the guns and see if there's some way they can make it, even though it's shooting the gel, like make it go bang, bang, and then add like the effects, and we'd have to reskin the guns to look like real guns. And
it would have to be it doesn't have to look like real guns, because it could be a gun from the future. You know,
but
'cause
that's lame. When you think of zombie apocalypse, you think it has to look like a gun that they grabbed from some dude's safe that they found in a house, right? That's what a zombie apocalypse is to me.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have to look like a real gun. So that's why I like the shotguns with the beanbags. And also with a shotgun, like, you're only going to get so many shells. Like, You like, as long as you don't have one of those big like Terran tactical ones that has actually a magazine that can hold like 15 rounds. If you can, I think a regular shotgun, like a Benelli, what can you put? How many shells can you put in one of those? I think 6. I think maybe 6. Something like that is good too. You have a limited amount of bullets and reloading is hard. We just got to find out. Like maybe if it was like 20 gauge, maybe it was like 20 gauge shotgun, like bird shot with a beanbag. Maybe that wouldn't fuck people up, but it would make a big bang.
Yeah.
And you'd be hitting them. And if you could find a way to light up wherever they got hit, like if you could put them in some sort of a suit where when they get hit, there's like gel packs.
No way you can shoot shotguns.
Yeah.
There's just not
Not a real
Oh,
one.
you're so wrong.
But here he's living in his utopia.
I know.
Let him, I haven't seen his eyes light up
I'm
like
just
this in
thinking
years.
it's,
Let him have fun.
No.
The stunt guys are like a gun out of person.
Okay, well, I don't know a lot about shotguns, so let's find out.
I'm never
what
gonna have someone point a real shotgun at someone else, but yeah.
Yeah, you will. Trust me, we're gonna work this out.
Oh, you wanna help co-direct
I'm gonna help.
Yeah,
I'm in.
You'll actually see in like the background of one shot, Joe,
Just
like
like this?
He's like, yeah. It's like the Navy SEAls are fighting off the zombie apocalypse.
I want to be one zombie one night.
Yeah, he's
I'll
like,
sneak in.
Everyone's like, who's that bald guy over there? That's just like, oh fuck yeah.
Shotgun damage on a zombie, you have to blow their head off, right? How would you?
Oh god.
Well,
don't
this is the
don't even get
question.
him started. He's gonna be talking about hit damage for 20 minutes.
Well, it depends on what kind of zombie. Like Walking Dead zombies are so stupid. You can stab in the head with a pencil and they die. Remember, it was just going through the head because they would shoot them with those crossbows, and like crossbow wouldn't even kill a person. Like with those field tips, they're using field tips. This is basically like a pencil going through you. It's not like a broadhead. Like if you shot an animal with a crossbow, you would use a broadhead, which is a big sharp blade that cuts a giant channel through an animal.
Gotcha.
What those things are using is target points. Like that dude in Walking Dead would drive me nuts because he would shoot him in the head. It would just stick in their head and then they'd be
It's
dead.
so
Like,
funny because
get the fuck out of here.
I watched the same thing and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Different audience.
Well, it's just all it takes is like one arrow to go into your head and you're dead if you're a zombie.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
what?
One arrow.
Fuck is this is nonsense.
Yeah, right, guys. Watch. Yeah, one arrow in the head. You wouldn't die.
The thing is, people have lived. Humans have lived through arrows through the head like that, accidentally gotten shot in the head with a bow and arrow, and with a field tip, and lived because it basically it's like a pencil going through your head.
Really?
The way people die from an arrow is hemorrhage. You die from massive hemorrhage, and it's usually because there's a blade. So like this is what the Native Americans used to use.
But that's wide.
This is actually yes.
Okay.
That's an actual arrowhead.
Yeah.
But the thing about this is when it's attached to a stick, this is cutting, so it's causing hemorrhage inside the body. The little field tip doesn't do that.
And the field tip wouldn't puncture enough veins where you would bleed to death?
Maybe, but most likely not. I mean, if it went through your heart, yeah, you'd be dead. But if it just goes through like this side of your lungs and pokes out your back, you'll live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you want to live?
You would be in pain. It would suck.
Yeah.
It would certainly suck, but it's not like getting hit with a broadhead. My point is, I don't remember my point, but if I had a point, it would be there's gotta be a level of shotgun that's what is the lowest powered shotgun available? It's not I know 20 gauge is light. I've used those before for like shooting clay pigeons, and I've used 12 gauges. You don't want to get hit with a 12 gauge, even if it's a beanbag. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. That's a bitch ass round.
Oh god.
Let's see what that looks like.
You're so
Shoot let's see what a 410 gauge shotgun or 67 gauge shotgun looks like when they shoot
a bullshit gun. It looks like it's gonna still hurt.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay, can I test it on you?
Yeah. Yeah, just give me a plate carrier, and if you're going to use a beanbag, yeah. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you have a chest plate, so a plate carrier is bulletproof.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you going to hit? Everything you'll cover up. You'll cover up the shoulders and the arms. You give them, like, military-style armor, like body armor. Because none of this is going to penetrate. So if it's a beanbag round, what it is just, like, it's basically a bag. It's gonna like shoot out of the shotgun and blast you. But they're not lethal.
Whataburger, you can get the new Big Ranch Wrap for $3, 5 premium Whata chicken bites for $4, or a bacon cheese Whataburger Jr. for $5. Add fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a Whata deal at What a Burger. Download the app.
Hey, I said keep me frozen until the chicken salad sub is back.
It is back.
Is it still made fresh in store and loaded with slow roasted whole white meat?
Let me see what it looks like. Just go to a video. Just go to a video of lowest powered shotgun. That's weird looking. That's cool. That one looks
That
cool.
one does not exactly what
That's
a revolver shotgun.
Yeah, that's dope. I've never seen one of those before.
Huge power.
Interesting.
Yeah, the title
that's
is smallest but deadliest shotgun.
Yeah, I think it's smallest in terms of like the size of it, not the round itself.
Yeah, this isn't. I did ask for lowest power. That's not what people want to.
I know.
I feel like most people buy shotguns are looking for shotguns that don't.
Well, how about this? Look up 67 gauge shotgun.
I've done that here.
And does it show you a video of that? Okay, let's see what it says. Let me see what it looks like when it's shooting. Oh, that's a big. Yeah.
Modified 12 gauge.
That's a lot.
I just don't know what the point of the shotgun is going to kill a zombie.
Yeah, but it could in this game, Jamie.
I know we have to get so close to get a fucking headshot or whatever. So it's more fun to like get snipers and grenades and.
I don't know if you have to use
knives.
headshots. This little kid's gonna shoot a shotgun. So that okay. Let me see. Can you give me some volume? Yeah. Let me hear this. Back that up a little bit. Yeah, that's. We need that kind of shotgun with like a beanbag round or a rock salt.
I got it. The team, they're listening. They're on.
Yeah, something where it makes an impact. There's a sound like a gun going off, but you can't really kill anybody with it.
Yeah.
This is totally possible. You'd have to have like very strict safety protocols to set though. Because one of the things, when I first moved to LA in like 1994, there was a guy that a friend of mine actually knew who was an actor who was on a set who took a gun that had a blank in it and thought it'd be funny to just put the thing to his head and pull the trigger. And he didn't realize that just the actual air coming out of the gun, if you put it right in your head, is lethal. And he blew his brains out. Yeah, with a blank. He just didn't.
I mean, or like Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, that was actually probably negligence because it seems like there was an error where they were using like real rounds, and then they would take the same guns. They would use like real rounds on a range, and then take the same guns and bring them to set, and they didn't clear everything. Yeah. So I don't know who's responsible for that. I don't know what ultimately came out of that, but. You're never supposed to point a gun, even if it's not loaded. You're never supposed to point a gun at someone, ever. In movies now, like if you and I were doing a movie...
I'm like so hesitant to this whole shotgun thing. Welcome back to reality, Joe.
we're going to be fine. Okay. In movies, you're supposed to, like if I was shooting at you in a movie, I'm really supposed to shoot over here.
Yeah.
And I think that came out of the movie The Crow, because Bruce Lee's son died because there was something that was in the gun itself. It wasn't even a bullet that killed him. It was like there was a particle or something that hit him from the blank.
When there's effects and CG and everything's so good now too, like you probably don't even have to put a blank in there. You just overlay the sound effect and, I mean, put the effect in. No one would even be able to tell sometimes too.
That's true, but you want something that's scary for the actual people.
And the recoil and stuff. Yeah, so it's more real.
Like a really light shotgun.
And I guess even if you know it's a blank, like having a gun pointed at you, as an actor makes you, feel more in the situation too, probably.
Well, just rock salt. If you have a really light shotgun, even if it's a 20 gauge with rock salt, it would suck. It would sting. But if you've got these guys all protected, and you could find a way where when it hits them, like you have gel packs on them or something.
Yeah.
So if you have them all, they're in like these, like tattered looking white outfits, right? And when you hit them, there's red gel packs underneath, and they splatter.
Yeah.
And you could, if you get a direct
we
hit.
did something similar when we recreated Squid Games. We put like squibs on them when they got eliminated. It blew up, and so you'd put like little squibs, and then when the sensors went off, it would just. and the liquid would go across their body. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that. So if you do that, actually, you could have blanks and maybe a laser sight.
Exactly. That's
So-
where we went with the Hunger Games stuff is laser tag, and then it would just trigger squibs if you pointed at them, and then maybe in post, like we'd have it track where the trajectory of where the bullets were, and we could just overlay like the lasers or whatever in post, so you could visually see it. But obviously, in the time you were actually filming practically, it would just be invisible. You just know if you got hit, if your suit was up.
And it seems like you could sync up a laser tag with an actual blank round. So you can make the boom, and then the laser actually hits the person at the same time.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be hard to do. Because if you have lasers, you have guns that shoot lasers, that's what laser tag is. That's a pretty simple mechanism. All you would do is have like sort of a dual trigger setup where you have, as you pull the trigger back, you get the explosion from the round going off, and you also get the laser at the same time. And so the squibs go off, you say the boom, and then the squibs go off, and you have it all coordinated together, and then it looks wild. And so then you have these zombies, boom, you shoot them, you see splatter all over
Yeah,
their
the only
chest.
other thing we have to figure out is where's this going? Because if it's going on my YouTube channel, we don't usually show gore and blood. So we might have to hit up wherever you used to put Fear Factor and stuff. Because that definitely seems like a more... It's going from like, we're usually family friendly to now this is very rated R. But I mean,
it's not family friendly because you're killing zombies.
Well, you know if something's family friendly or not if you say eliminated instead of killing. So if you're eliminating zombies, that's family friendly. If you're killing zombies, that's rated R.
Well, they're already dead, so you're eliminating them.
There you go. See, now we're back.
See, they're already dead.
And like you can tell if like a show's like for 18 plus or like 13 plus if like before they shoot the person or whatever, if it cuts away, right? And like there's all these little things. Not that we even do
this
any
could
of that.
be wild.
I mean,
This could be
if some
fun.
streaming platform was like, yo, here's whatever, a blank check, just make it happen. Oh my
Amazon
gosh.
should do it. They need people over there anyway.
Yeah. Or I mean, really, even Netflix, anyone, really.
Yeah.
Like it's the biggest no-brainer in the history of ever. Like actually, the fact that no one's recreated this is kind of absurd when you think about it. But it's also like if traditional, independent of like the shotgun stuff you're talking about, like a traditional people with traditional worldviews did this, it'd be so stringent and structured and stuff like that. Whereas like if we did it with like the Beast Games mindset, where it's just like there's cameras everywhere, they can truly do whatever the hell they want, and it's not like this like guarded thing, and it's an actual abandoned city. Oh my gosh, it would go crazy.
Now we need a task. We need a goal.
The goal would be
not as
survival.
simple. Right, but maybe survival while you're trying to accomplish something.
Okay. Well, then this is like a mechanism that usually would work well. Is the task every day will grow the prize pool, and if it's on a streaming platform, then the prize pool could be crazy, right? It doesn't have to be $1 million. It could grow to 10 million theoretically if they weren't being cheap. And so then it could be like every day if you complete the task, I put $1 million in the prize pool. Each episode's one whole day. It's 10 episodes, 10 days, and so they could technically grow the prize pool to $10 million. You put some like the UFC people and like Navy SEALs and like these hardcore people, and you tell them like they could potentially share $10 million, bro. They would be trying their butts off those 10 days. The footage would be crazy. I mean, they would probably be like practicing during the day, like their rotations and everything on like holding off zombies. That would be really cool.
Yeah, they would.
Andy Biggs, the next governor of this great state.
We need to think big things, dream big dreams, and restore Arizona to its unlimited potential. And as your governor, that's
Would run training routes.
Exactly.
It's really interesting. We'd have to figure out how the zombies get them. Because you don't want physical conflict between the stunt people, the zombie people, and the contestants. You don't want them to actually fight.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, would have to have rules as to what...
It would probably be, in my default situation, is if the zombie just purely touches you, then you're just dead. Like, we wouldn't be able to take it any further than that. But if they, like...
Right, like 28 days later zombies. All they have to do is, like, scratch you.
Yeah, or
fucked.
breathe in front of you. Yeah, exactly. But in this case, if they touch you, that way it's not like the Navy SEAL, like, pushing and flipping them off. Like, because if you went to push them or touch them, then you'd be out. So people would be keeping their distance. But even then, it'd get pretty crazy if they're, like... Because they're obviously honestly, like, I know some crazy stuff. Twitter artists like 10 a bunch of people to $6 million without getting eliminated. You're all millionaires in 9 days. Bro, that would be crazy. And then, yeah, the zombies come in. You got the practical guns with the right stuff.
Yeah, practical guns, right sound effects, and what entails you getting killed by a zombie.
Yeah.
Like, how do they...
And the other thing, too, to make it fun is if a zombie eliminates one of you, they get 1/6 of the prize pool or whatever. So then now the zombies are incentivized, right, to try to... So then it's like if a zombie touches the Navy SEAL, whatever the way is, it's like, congrats, now you're a millionaire if it's later on. So then, like, as it goes on, things are going to get really tense on both sides, and it'll be really cool.
Yeah, dude.
Because that's how you take it where people don't want to be zombies to now they're like excited to be zombies. They're like, ooh, I actually sneak up behind them and I get $1 million.
People are going to want to be zombies anyway.
True, because it's going to look sick.
It's going to be sick.
Honestly, I would want to be a zombie. That, just like imagine walking in a horde and role playing being a zombie. That'd actually be a pretty cool
Dude,
afternoon.
it'd be so sick. It's total pitch black. There's no power, no electricity. You just see red eyes in the woods.
Oh my gosh.
Where these dudes are sneaking in. And you'd have to have some sort of rules like how the zombies can move, whether they can run, whether they can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like we have to decide, are these 28 days later zombies that run at you?
Yeah.
Or these like Walking Dead zombies that are like kind of like...
We'd probably start off that way, but they evolve with time. And I'm a big fan of like, usually when you have like people who are playing certain roles, they usually end up going rogue. It's really hard to get hundreds of people to do like certain things, like, you know, in an unscripted sandbox environment. So we'd have to constrict them in a way where like if we didn't want them to move past a certain speed, we'd probably have to figure out some way to put like a chain around their feet or something that physically wouldn't allow them to do it. Or like if you have 300 zombies going, right, you can't redo it, right? Like if one of those zombies goes rogue and scratch, it's like I can't reshoot the shell, right? That's what's so high stakes about the things we do in a unscripted world. So we'd have to physically make it where they couldn't do things they're not supposed to do in a perfect world. Or if you have 300 people, if 2% go rogue, that's still 6 zombies going rogue, which is brutal.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. I'm sure you've heard of Blue Chew by now, but let me tell you what they've been up to. Being advertised are intended for a United States audience. Yeah, it is brutal, but I think with proper planning, if you really sit down and plan out what the zombie's task is, what it means, and like what these people are doing, and what goals are they trying to achieve while they're there and while they're defending against zombies. You got to give them stuff to do during the day so that they're fully occupied so they can't sleep.
Okay.
It's really important. Like the more they do during the day, it optimizes the amount of money they can win. Like as they complete tasks, if they stay alive, they have a higher threshold. Whereas if someone just fucking sleeps all day, and doesn't get anything done, even if they survive, they can't make any money.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And that works if these are, you know, hardcore like people. So like if I normal contestants, they'd be like, oh, this is horrible.
You want that though. You want people to bitch out. You want a few people to quit because there's always going to be people that
Me
won't
and you
quit.
are holding to different standards. And if I did that, there would be maybe 10 trillion articles written about how I'm the most evil man on the planet. But if I made it too hard where people couldn't sleep or whatever.
No, listen, you can't read those articles. Fuck those people. You just got to make an awesome show. You know, the awesome show is to keep these motherfuckers awake. And you make it so that they can choose to sleep if they want. But there are tasks to achieve. And if you can complete these tasks, you have a potential to make a lot of money. But if you don't complete the task, you can't make any money even if you survive.
Sold Amazon, Netflix, whoever wants it, let us know. Like,
you gotta keep these motherfuckers awake. So that nighttime is terrifying. Can you imagine seeing people sitting there with a shotgun? They got nodding out, opening their eyes and looking out, seeing red eyes.
We get a tight shot of their faces as they're asleep, and then one of the guys goes, zombies, and you bang, bang, and then they wake up and they grab their gun.
Well, that's the problem of people randomly shooting wild while there's other people around. So it kind of would have to be blanks and lasers. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like people are going to spaz out, accidentally shoot someone in the face.
This is where,
especially if they're tired.
I've done, I mean, obviously you did unscripted with Street Fighter, but I've done lots of unscripted stuff with lots of people, and exactly when you're talking about the shotgun stuff, I'm like, there's just no shot in hell that we'd ever be able to. It would have to be like, but I love the gel rounds. We could do it in a way where we set that the guns where it looks really cool, and we can recreate the sound effect. But then gel rounds, like those, it's essentially like the Nerf ones. Now I'm remembering them, like they're like water that explodes in attack. Those would be perfect.
Yeah, but you want blanks because you want the bang. You want the bang for the people, for the psychological effect, the fear. It's in the middle of the night, it's dark. You're making a bang go off, flash, separate. Maybe at night.
No, you want them together. I'm telling you, like if they built a fort around the money, what you want is the shops is you always want people to be able to tell what the fort like why. Well, you don't want to have to say it, right? You don't want to have to say, oh, I'm gonna give this money. You have the money for after the shot. Intuitively, you realize like that's what they're competing for. So like a fort built around it, where they have walls and they're standing on it, and you see the money behind them in the shot. Like intuitively, so you're gonna instantly understand the motivation, and it's gonna be like I mean, it would just be so crazy the shots.
Maybe it's like a super advanced game of hide and seek at night, where the people can't talk. They have to be very quiet because the zombies are allowed to have like hyper hearing. Like you give the zombies like Walker game ears. You know what those things are?
No.
It's like, do you ever go to a gun range?
Yeah.
Because you know you have those headphones.
Oh, and
that
they
you
amplify.
You can hear everything else way louder. But when guns go off, it kills volume above a certain amount of decibels.
Yeah.
So they can hear everything. So if you hear someone whispering like that, the zombies like will be able to key in on it.
Yeah.
They'll know where the people are, and these people have to hide from the zombies at night.
True, because I guess the other thing is, if they built a fort around it, how would the zombies even get to it, right? 'Cause
Right.
now they're gonna have elevated
So
walls.
instead of that, you have people that are trying to hide. So you got these zombies slowly creeping through these abandoned buildings looking for people.
Yeah, we'd have to get it too with them where the seals and stuff couldn't like lock doors or anything, right?
Right. No locks.
So basically,
No
like,
doors have locks. That's what makes the hide and go seek so good. All the handles or all the doors are removed.
Yeah.
There's no locks.
So every night, maybe we would brainstorm it more, but it would, theoretically they all have to hide in a different building or something. They couldn't be in the same building. And then the zombies scatter across the city, and then wherever you are in the building, people have to be able to get to you. The zombies have to be able to get to you unrestricted, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe before we release the zombies, we'd have a producer just go in and walk a path. Like, all right, there's a factual path where you could die to a zombie. This is good, and then we'd let them loose. That makes sure there's no cheating.
There's something. This would be wild.
This is honestly, this is one of those things where I say this to my team quite a bit. It's either going to be like the worst show imaginable that people clown on, or it's going to be like the #1 show ever. And there's no in between. Like you don't do this like kind of alright, but people are like, I like it. It's either like cringe, we failed, this sucks, or it's like this is the greatest thing ever. Why did this not exist before? Like The Walking Dead, or what's the HBO show called? The one with
The Last of Us.
Yeah, The Last of Us. And you're like, how has no one done this? You know what I mean? Like actual true simulation, and like if we execute it properly, I really could see it be like a #1 show in the world type thing that people would like. Because also you have to think like the world is ran by clips these days. On like TikTok feeds, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, and like it is arguably the most clippable thing ever. Like any 10-second scene of that, you could just throw on YouTube Shorts and go viral because it's freaking zombies getting shot at.
And you know how cool they can make those masks look?
Yeah.
I mean, you get a real special effects guy to work on those masks.
Yeah.
Like one of those experts.
Can you search up Mr. Beast Zombies? We have a video on our channel from like, God knows how long ago, 7 years ago, where we did like make like a mini zombie board, but not like in a simulation like this, just for fun to see how people in public would react. And like it looks disgusting, the things they were able to do. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, modern special effects and makeup artists, they can do amazing stuff, man.
Wait, if you could find like a close up of my face, or like it was like crazy. We just brought in
This is
people
where
for
they come in?
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Like look at my face right there. Like pause it. Freaking wild.
Dude, you could totally do something like that on the outside of one of those masks.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah, that was really all.
That's the look. What yours looks like with like the teeth and everything and fucked up flesh, that is the mask.
Exactly.
So you take that hard airsoft mask and you put that shit on it.
Joe, the problem is I want to go work on this now. We got like, you're getting me, like, so it's funny. I have this thing where this might sound like crazy to some people, but when you can when you feel your heart rate get elevated. When I talk about an idea and I can feel my heart rate get elevated, I'm usually like, that's a good indicator that it's like a good idea, because it means I'm getting like,
this is a good idea.
Yeah, I know. I can literally feel, not anymore, but like a couple minutes ago, I could feel my heart beating because I was getting excited, and that's like, that usually almost always correlates with people, because if I'm getting excited talking about it, you have to think like a lot of things right now are, because of TikTok and the reels and stuff, they go viral through the word of mouth. And so like, if just talking about the idea gets someone excited, then that usually means like a lot of people are just gonna talk about it, and a lot of people talk about, obviously a lot of people watch it. And so that's why I call it kind of like the heart rate effect. Like that's like my #1 signal that like people are gonna talk about this and freaking love it. If we
I
do it
can
right.
see it.
Yeah.
I can see scenes. I can see darkness start to settle in on the town. And I can see the people like trying to figure out where to hide and what to do.
And the eyes at night, that was genius.
I can see the
Well,
eyes.
and it's interesting because it's like combining the Venn diagram of us, right? You're kind of representative of the very like I don't know. You're like just ability to really think deeply of like what makes it fucking cool, and you're really hyper fixating on what makes the zombies cool and like the realistic nature of it. And then I'm hyper fixating on just kind of the overall set design and things like that. There's like a Venn diagram in the middle where we combine like the two like obsessions, and it really like merges together to make something beautiful.
Yeah, man, and you could also have like not just zombies. You could have like some other things that are out there too that can get people.
Yo, Jamie, can we get 10 days on his schedule? Can he be one of the? Oh well, actually no, because you don't need the money. But it would be cool if you were competing in it, because then that would be insane.
Yeah, it's too much time.
Exactly,
But-
I know. Just cancel some podcasts.
I like the idea of it though.
How about we? Or never mind. You pick them up in the car to take them to a podcast, and they're like, "Oh, whoops, we're in an abandoned city. Oh, here's your shotgun you talked about a year ago, Joe. Wow. Anyway, zombies are coming tonight. What? He's gonna leave and not shoot zombies? Come on."
Have you ever done Sandbox VR?
Is that the one where it's like you just go in and there's random worlds and you can walk around on them?
It's a warehouse. You go in there and they have fans and stuff, so it like simulates like the wind. And you go in there and you put on a headset and you put on a haptic feedback vest. And one of them is called Deadwood Mansion. That's my favorite one.
Okay.
And you go in there and you shoot zombies. You're in a mansion. You're in this like abandoned mansion, and rats come out, and zombies, and there's guys in the ceiling. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You would love it. But you might get some ideas if you do that, because
You mean we're co-producing
Yeah,
this
yeah,
now?
yeah.
You're too
Okay.
invested. You just spent 34 minutes on a whatever podcast like ripping on it.
Well, there's something to it, man. I see it in my head. I'm like, that would be an amazing show. I just see these people like in a parking structure, like setting up, getting ready, and the sun's coming down.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, we have about 20 minutes of daylight left.
Yeah.
And you realize, like, God, I'm so fucking tired.
Well,
I
and
haven't slept.
they're like, there's still $200,000 left we could earn today, but we
Yeah.
need to start prepping this. And one guy's just greedy
Yeah.
as hell, and another guy's like, we're gonna lose if you do that. And they're
Yeah.
like infighting and stuff as we're getting like dramatic, like, B-roll of it from like wide shots, because everything too could be shot really far away. So like it's like lenses are punching in, and so it's not like there's a camera crew on them.
And you could have each day when it's tasks, right? So you have to accomplish something, and the more you accomplish, the more money you could potentially make. Each day is an escape room. So every day there's new puzzles to solve, and then
Yeah.
you're getting fucking tired because you're not sleeping.
Actually, the escape room's a good through way to do the task. It's not like some goofy stuff like move this rock from one side to the other,
Right.
but like an actual escape room. And maybe the $1 million that Winnie stays inside, like so it could be like I drop a volt every day in the middle, and then like you have to do a series of things to figure out the combination that are
Yes.
hard, and then
Yes.
when you solve it, then it goes on the money pile.
Have you done many escape rooms?
I live in Greenville, North Carolina. There's not like many there, so I don't.
Me and my family, we do them everywhere we go. They're
Yeah.
fucking awesome, and the best ones are in Vegas. They have insane. They have an It one in Vegas, It 1 and It 2. You're in this. It's fucking incredible. It's
Okay.
so good, and it's huge. It's like 30,000 square feet. This place.
Yeah.
And they actually have Pennywise the clown. They have an actor who
Yeah.
wears the fucking suit and looks just like Pennywise and scares the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But those kind of people, you could recruit those kind of people to design puzzles and
Oh,
things where people
100%.
have to do every day. And then you're dealing with sleep deprivation and people having to work together. And now,
Yeah.
oh my God, dude.
And I know the perfect people for it. We did for Salesforce. We did their Super Bowl commercial this year, and in the commercial, I hit $1 million in it. Like basically, if you watch the commercial, just with your computer in the commercial, you can win $1 million. And there's like a bunch of random clues and puzzles hidden through it. And so the first thing it did, took you to a website that just like loosely explained it. Over 60 million people visited that site and attempted it, but it still took weeks for people to find the $1 million. And it was like one of the craziest internet like puzzle hunts ever, because it would like take you to this website, which would take you to this other one where you have to call a number, and like it's a 4-hour voicemail. But like at the very end, I would like say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, blah blah blah. And if you weren't recording this, you're gonna have to listen to all 4 hours again, hang up, and then it's just like sending you everywhere. And it's basically like 100 of the most complex puzzles on the internet. And like it took this like group of like really high level puzzle solvers almost an entire month to solve it, even with $1 million on the line. And millions of people were trying it, and there's a whole subreddit dedicated to it. And so I just basically went on Reddit and I got all the like the most cracked out like puzzle solvers in the world. And I was like, if you had an unlimited budget, how would you make the most insane puzzle ever? And then that's what they came up with. And it was like, it's like hard to even articulate the steps on it. Like some of it was I don't even know how to describe it. It was like so complicated. Like sometimes there's like a page with like a bunch of buttons on it, like a million buttons, but only one works, and like you have to go through and click it all. And so some of them were mundane, and then other stuff is like, you know, a paragraph of text, and you have to like use some old language to like decipher the text to figure out what the words were. And so like each puzzle required like a different skill set to like get through it. Yeah.
I could think of all sorts of different things you could have these people do, like during the day, these different tasks, different puzzles that they have to solve.
Yeah.
At Vistaprint, we know you've got that idea for your business, like the trade show or the second location. But once that idea's on signage, giveaways, and apparel, it's so happening. Print your possible with code NEW20 for 20% off your first order at Vistaprint.com.
At Cox, your internet and mobile price won't change for 5 years. From 5 Halloweens to 5 4th of Julys. Same price, guaranteed. Cox, a step ahead. Requires 2 gig speeds and gig unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price lock. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs.
Yeah. There's like languages I didn't even know exist. So like in the commercial, I'm wearing a belt that just had different colors on it. But if you put the colors in order, it like translates to this thing. And like, I mean, I don't even understand what half the things were, but people were able to figure it out eventually. Like they're just showing me like, oh, this represents Braille, these dots, and so we put them in this way, and then if you combine it with these colors, and it got like pretty insane. And like, so it all ties back to like the Super Bowl commercial and like every little thing in there. And like one part of the puzzle is you have to find locations on a map, and like in the commercial I pulled up a grenade, and it's like a 1 plus question mark equals is like whatever, and it ends up being like but the text is yellow, and like it's like a stone was drawn on it, and like it basically meant Yellowstone, and then you put in Yellowstone in like this location thing on a different website, and then it unlocks this, and you have to draw like a circle on a globe. It got like pretty crazy. And,
wow.
Yeah, I know, which is why like tens of millions of people attempted it, but it took almost a month for someone to win $1 million. And like there's $1 million online, and all you needed to win it was your computer. So it was like pretty cool to see like communities form, and like people are doing like daily like podcasts and updates on it of like what the next like step of the puzzle were. Because what you'll see in these puzzles too is like because we also did one years ago. I love doing these like online scavenger hunts that with just your computer you can win a bunch of money. And you'll see like when one person will solve a thing, and then hundreds of people will solve it right afterwards because they'll go post it on Reddit or they're working in groups. And so it'll be like standstill at like step 42, you know, no one's there. And then you'll just see one person goes on this website that's step 42, and then tens of thousands of people will go there. But then as you get closer to the end, you stop seeing that effect. They start being more secretive and quiet about it. And so it's pretty cool to see like the psychology of how they do it.
You could have these people completely unarmed in the beginning, and the only way they can get guns is to solve puzzles.
Yeah, or just find them, right? Because if it's a big enough city, we just go.
Well, maybe
hide 'em.
that's the puzzle. The puzzle is finding guns. Like if there's some sort of a puzzle, and if you unlock that, it'll give you the location of where guns are.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe you know, I also think of like fun stuff too. Like we could give them like there could be a gun safe or armory in the city, but it's like they have to like break into it, right? And that could just be a thing that takes like a ton of time. Like so they have to like go find. You know, maybe one of the contestants we make sure is like certified in like explosives and stuff, and they have to like, oh no shot of stream platform would be okay with this, but it would be cool if we let them like, there's like mixtures and stuff to make a bomb hidden throughout the thing, and they have to go find it, and he makes like a mock C4 and puts it on it, and you know, and then that's how they get in the gun safe. But maybe it's more like what's that, hacksaw or whatever, and it's like you get a safe where if you hacksaw it for like 10 hours, you can like break the lock on it and get in, so then someone just has to stand there and hold it.
Or you give people a stethoscope and a book on how to crack safes.
True.
And you have them like click, 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 click,
Yeah.
have them try to figure it out.
Yeah, and someone's just like there for like 2 days straight, but then if he gets in, it's just straight loaded with ammo and stuff. So it's like
Because
a risk reward.
There are old school school safes that you can do that too. I don't know if they can do that with the new ones.
Yeah.
But if you have like an old school safe
Or
where
we
you
just
can
take
actually
a-
hear the tumblers turning.
Exactly.
Click, click, click.
Well, we could also just build the lock. I mean, the beauty of with the team like ours is like it's possible. Just like get the safe that looks aesthetically how you want, and then just replace the lock, right?
Yeah, just make it so that it's it's solvable but
Exactly.
complicated.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because then it's like, well, I'm a big fan of when they have agency, and so it's like, it's like we could even lay it out there like this will take days to solve.
Yeah.
And so you could spend days going collecting guns or days making money to grow the prize pool, or you could spend days trying to get lucky on this like safe that is doable, but there's no guarantee you figure it out. And having tons of stuff like that, that's what like makes it interesting too for the viewer, because you're like, I love in these kind of reality shows where a viewer can ask, what would I do? Right?
Yes.
And that's why it tends to be what like people in families when they watch together, they love like in Beast Games when I offer someone $1 million, but you have to eliminate your friends. Sometimes people turn down the $1 million, sometimes people take the $1 million and eliminate their friends. And like that's an interesting thing to go, well, if I was in their spot, I don't care. Like, it's $1 million. The point is to make money. That's why I'm on the show. Take the million. But other people see that and they're like, no, like my integrity is worth, I wouldn't take $1 billion of my integrity, right? And for and some people, even though it's a game show, they're like, no, I care, And so, but giving them like these kind of dilemmas all throughout it too. So then as a viewer, I can be like, yeah, why I wouldn't do that. I would just go scavenge, It'd be cool.
Also, you could make it so that ammo and certain supplies are only available at night.
So they're incentivized to move at
you
night.
have to go out. You have to decide whether or not it's worth getting caught, whether or not you can sneak around and grab the ammo, and then you also have to find it. You have to find the ammo, maybe find food, find supplies. Like supplies are left in duffel bags at night.
Bro, there's so many ways we could take this. Something that would be cool is every night we move their pile of money into a random building that they don't know. But it's all pre-selected, so it's not we're screwing them. So like we as producers know the 10 buildings each episode. So then night comes, come in, lift up the money, and we put like a helicopter literally lifts it up, puts it on top of a different building. So now they have to get set up in this building to defend it, but they weren't planned on it. So that's why, because also, that's the other thing you have to make where every episode's not the same. So then now every nighttime would be different because they're in a different building and they don't know. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And having random ammo caches, maybe during the day, they have to solve the puzzle that lets them acquire a map, and then they have to figure out where these random ammo dumps are and supply dumps are and food dumps are. So they're already hidden.
Well, actually,
but you have to go out at night to find them.
What would be really cool is if we can find an abandoned city that had like miles away, like some other little location that we could so they find a map and it's like, on the other side of those woods, but it's like a 10-mile hike, you know what I mean? And so could you get there, go grab tons of ammo, and then get back before nighttime, right? And so then that's also like, I'm a big fan of like scene diversity and biodiversity, so things don't feel repetitive. So then they're going to a different city, but their million or whatever, the prize pool is still in the other one. So you have to go and then come back to defend it at night. And so it's like, now you get you can dual cut because you can have the people in the city, you have the people journeying through the woods, and it's like interesting to cut back and forth.
And then if they go out to that city and they make the journey and they realize this is going to take us 10 hours to solve this, by that time it'll be 2 in the morning. It's already going to be dark. We should go back now. Look, fuck it, we're here.
Exactly. And then agency, right? Do they stay and spend the night there and trust their friends, and they have maybe no walkie-talkie, so they can't communicate, and their friends are like holding down a fort with the $1 million on top, and they're like, where the heck are they? They're like, and we get so many cool shots like that,
We've only done this in an hour, right? An hour or so.
Yeah.
There's so many different possibilities if you just sat down and worked. It must be so fun to do what you do, dude.
Exactly. Well, this is what we're doing right now is we're what I would call blue skying, and we're not thinking about, for the most part, restrictions. We're just thinking about what's great content, and a lot of that's lost. Like people in a lot of writers' room, they'd instantly be like, "You can't do that," or "That's not possible," or whatever, and it's like. Right now we're just figuring out what is the best show possible, and then I'll just have people go figure out what is possible or not. And in reality, everything we've said is possible. It's just certain things will require a little bit of time, like the safe, using a modern safe or changing the lock. That's possible. What does it cost and how long does it take, right?
Yeah.
And you just go through and you attach all that to everything, and you do a very first principles way of going about it, and then it's just objective. It would take X amount of time, it would cost this much money. And then and then you just go through and figure out what's worth it, what's not, as opposed to, every step of the way, people be like, no, you can't do that. Go ahead and redo it. And it's just like it seems obvious, but I'm not really sure of many media companies that approach it like we do, which is
No, well, the thing about what you've done is you've built it from the ground up with yourself and with your team, right? So you've never had a bunch of executives telling you what you should be or shouldn't be doing, and that's why it's so great. It's like you have creative people and then you have the business people. And the business people, they think they're creative, but they're generally not.
Yeah.
And they want to tell the creative people what to do so that they can say, that was my idea.
Yeah.
And so then you get a bunch of people in meetings that give you terrible advice and terrible ideas.
Bingo.
And then they also want to compare it to shows that have already been successful.
Exactly.
Well, we've already done this, and why don't we do it this way?
And then you don't get the purple cow effect, which everyone knows. And
What's the purple cow effect?
So if you're driving down the road and you see a cow, who cares? You'll never think of it. But if you're driving down the road and you see a purple cow, you're gonna think about it like, why was that cow purple? And it'll stick in your brain. It's the same thing with content. If it's a show you've seen multiple times or a format that's similar, you won't think twice. But if it's a purple cow, if it's something you've never seen, then you'll think about it again. And that's what's counterintuitive to how, like you were saying, most execs think. They think, well, we did this before, it did well, repeat it. It's actually the inverse of how you should look at it. And hopefully that's why with these games I work with Prime Video, because they just give us creative control and they're like, you know what you're doing, you can do it. But everyone sees that creators are growing bigger audiences, and so a lot of every platform on earth is trying to work with them. And I can't count the amount of times like creators work for this streaming platform, and then what they have is great, but then the execs start giving notes, and it starts to lose a little bit of the soul, a little bit of the funny, and it goes from this like amazing thing to like it's all right, and it's like it's just so frustrating because it's like you're paying them because they get millions of views of video because they have a core audience, and then you're stripping the thing away that got them that core audience, and it's like, why are you even working with them at that point? And more and more platforms are like waking up to it, but it's just like comical how slow they are to it, and like they should just trust them more. Yeah.
Well, it's hard for them because they have to put up so much money, and not everybody's Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like you have a great vision and you're really good at executing, but some people aren't. And so if you're going to dump a bunch of money into something, you see them making a disaster, like the Joker 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
yeah,
the fuck are you doing?
Of course, and that's where it's like, well, what to an exec might be a disaster, to like a creator might be a masterpiece, and so that's obviously where. But it's evolving. I mean, I think obviously with Obsession, I mean, they just grossed $400 million.
Isn't that crazy?
I know.
I still haven't seen it, but I heard it's amazing.
Oh, what? You would love it.
I know. I just don't go to movie theaters anymore.
I don't either, but like that one, as with how well people were talking about it, I had to see it.
It'll be streaming soon.
Yeah.
I think it'll be streaming in July or something like that.
Obsession, Backrooms, which is made by a creator, Mason Digital Circus, they've been crushing it, Iron Lung. So it's like Hollywood seeing it more and more. But the writing's been there for years, but now that, I mean, we just had essentially 4 hit films made by creators back to back to back to
Well,
back.
did you see Talk to Me?
No.
Talk to Me, the horror movie?
No.
It was great. These 2 guys from Australia, they were hilarious. These 2 brothers, they came in and they talked to me about it, but they were making YouTube videos.
Yeah. What's their name again?
It's called Talk to Me, right?
No, what's the creators' names?
Jamie will pull it up.
Okay.
So they're so funny. They were on the podcast.
What's their
Both
YouTube
of them speak
channel?
like a million miles an hour.
Yeah. I can't think of their channel. They're the Raka. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've
that movie is great. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
It's really good. It's really scary, and it's very original.
Wait, when did you have the Raka brothers on?
A couple years ago.
Oh, really?
2 years ago?
Yeah, they talk fast as hell.
Dude, they're just I'm like trying to corral them. It's like, hey.
Yeah. They're super cool guys. Last time I hung out with them, weirdly enough, they're really into Uno, and I like competitive games, and I played a $1,000 game of Uno against some of them. And so we filmed it for like a little short for them, and I lost. And I was like, okay, well, at least this will be funny. And then after they leave to like go back to our show, they're like, fuck, the SD card's corrupt. And I was like, oh, what? So we didn't even get to upload it. So, but it was just funny because it was like we had this like mini set, and we were playing like a really intense game of Uno where we were like slapping cards
SD
down.
card's corrupt.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. It was like wild, and like we were like flipping desk and like going like we were just the most batshit game of Uno you've ever seen. And it's just funny. The kids game like taking over top. Yeah, those guys are super cool.
Well, they made a movie about a hand, and so it's like this ancient hand that it looks like a sculpture, and it's got all this weird cryptic writing on it. And if you put your hand on it, you hold on to it, and you say, "Talk to me." Like all of a sudden, you get possessed by something. And you're supposed to let go within a certain amount of seconds. And if you let go within a certain amount of seconds, you're okay. but somebody doesn't. Somebody doesn't let go, and it's. I don't want to say anything more.
Okay.
It's really
Is it
good.
like scary or
Yes.
just medium? Okay.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
All right.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's really good.
My fiance loves horror films, so
You'll love it. It's really well made, and it was like when I saw it, I was like, "This is crazy." These guys, like super young guys, just energetic, enthusiastic, creative guys, just figured out how to make a horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's all done in Australia, so it's like everyone's driving on the wrong side of the road, and they're all Australian people. So it's like you don't have to have famous actors to make these amazing movies.
Yeah.
It's like it's not really necessary.
Well, like the backwards, I think the director I think is like 20 years old or whatever. I mean, very, very young, and I think it just crossed 100 million.
And Obsession, same thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're a little older, but yeah, in their 20s, YouTubers, and they make like like just the silliest, goofiest like skits on TikTok and Instagram reels, and now and you watch Obsession, it really is like one of the best movies I've seen in a while, and it's just like hilarious to see like the jump. But when you look backwards, kind of like Steve Jobs says, it's hard to connect the dots going forward, but you can connect them looking backwards. When you look back at his skits, they were very well shot and very, beautiful, and you can like kind of connect in your dots. I can see how this person made hundreds upon hundreds of these like little scenes on TikTok and Instagram, and then that led to to compile a bunch, and it was like essentially practice for the movie. And it's just cool to see the progression of so many directors going over. And what's interesting though is, when you see these things happen, there's obviously a delay, right? Because producing films takes sometimes years. And so like now that you see all these hits, bang, 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 coming out of the creator space over in traditional Hollywood, then you're not going to see the fact 6 months from now, but 18 months from now, I would bet money you're going to see dozens of other movies made by creators. And obviously these people are going to get more funding because now everyone's eyes are being opened to like, it should have been open a while ago, but this is what people are watching now. Like, especially people under the age of 30, they grow up watching YouTube, and they're spending 2 hours a day flipping through sub 60-second vertical feeds of TikTok reels and shorts, and this is culture for them. This is their world. Like, I don't watch, besides Christopher Nolan, like I'm not really going to a movie theater for anything, but when a creator drops a movie, I'm like, okay, like I want to see what they did.
I always want to see what new innovators are coming up with, like people that are just like thinking outside the box, they're not trapped in that sort of a weird world of like how to make a successful film.
Yeah.
They have a creative vision. They're just trying to follow it out. And people are not limited to whatever genre you know them from. Just because someone makes like funny TikTok reels doesn't mean they can't make a great horror film.
Exactly.
But think about like Jordan Peele, right? Made Key and Peele, made this comedy sketch show, and then all of a sudden he makes these, like Get Out. And you're like, what the fuck?
It seems like comedy sketches is the gateway to great horror films. I mean, I'm sure people have connected that dots. I'm probably like 2 years late to saying that, but I never even realized that. But yeah, Keenan Peele, Curry, Baker, a bunch of the other people. It's so funny.
Well, it seems like if you're creative, you can be like most people have a variety of things that are interesting to them. You like comedy movies, like horror movies, and just because you make comedies doesn't mean you don't have some good ideas about something that's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, and I wonder too, I feel like horror films, it's a little easier to do it on a smaller budget because it's like a lot of it is like unknown, and you're not necessarily having to show it and suspense and stuff, whereas like, you don't really see like, I can't really think of like a couple $1 million action film that like really crushed, because like obviously those are very expensive. So it seems like also a good place where you can make something like the difference between a $100 million horror film and like a $10 million horror film, I would argue honestly really isn't that big, right? Because it's
it depends on what you're doing, right?
But it's like what makes it good is the premise behind it, right? Like the tension, and like if the thing that's scary, it like makes you feel that way, but like feelings aren't directly correlated to money spent, and like you could have like this monster that doesn't appear to the end, and you don't need to like CGI it throughout the whole thing, but if you tell the story in the right way and the constant tension, you can feel like phenomenal throughout the whole thing. Yeah.
And a lot of the older films that didn't have the kind of special effects that they have today in terms of like CGI, like there was something better about not seeing the monster. Like American Werewolf in London is the best example. You barely see it. You see it for like literally half a second, a few times in the early parts of the movie.
I haven't seen the movie, but...
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Speaking of not seeing a movie, I did watch Ex Machina after the last podcast.
How good is
it? Yeah, it was really good.
Really good.
Honestly, I was like, it's probably silly, but I'll watch it because, Joe told me it years ago. I loved it. I didn't realize it was that good.
It's one of my top 10 all-time favorite movies.
It's
also
so good.
because it's coming. That's coming.
Oh, now, it's more relevant than ever.
Did you see the Computer Electronics Show from Vegas this year?
With the drone?
CES. Well, they have everything. And one of the things they had was the AI companion. and this AI companion is a hot Asian lady with big boobs, and the lips don't sync up with the mouth, which is with the way the sound's coming out, but it's talking to you in AI.
Yeah.
So it literally can have a back and forth conversation with you, just like Perplexity can.
Yeah, or ChatGPT. Or
and it's
Gemini.
doing it with a voice, so with a hot voice.
I mean,
and it's like, that's coming, dude.
Of course. I mean, the language model's already there, right?
Yeah.
You can open up Gemini right now and talk to it like a normal human.
Yeah.
And if you just tell it to respond quick, it will talk to you.
And it'll talk to you with slang. It'll talk to you and say that part. Like it'll say.
Well, one thing it's funny. I play this board game a lot called Dune. Whatever. I'm a big nerd, but there's like this one
called Dune.
Yeah,
like Dune the movies.
Yeah, it's a recreation. What's funny, I hadn't even seen the movies when I started playing the game. I didn't realize there was movies. I didn't even know there was books. I just was looking for like fun strategy board games. That I used to play a lot of Catan, but the problem with Catan is like dice roll, and if you get unlucky, you don't really win. There's like games where there's a skill ceiling where the best player always wins, which is chess is a perfect example of that. But then it gets to the point of like, well, if you want to be really great at that, it's who spends the most time doing it. So I don't want one that's 100% skill, but I don't want something that's too much randomness. Sorry, I take board games a little serious because I love strategy games, and like because if it's too much dice roll, like theoretically Monopoly or Catan, then it's like, who cares? It's just whether or not you got lucky. So that it's like I did a lot of research into like finding a game where there's like a little bit of randomness, so it's not just devote all your life, but there like is an infinite skill ceiling, and that's where I kind of landed on this game called Dune, and I started playing it. And it also had to be a game where enough people played it where I could actually find people play it, and I got really hooked into it. But it's ironic because then I saw like the movies are dropping. I was like, oh. And then all the characters started to make sense after I watched the movies. After I've been like probably 1,000 hours into the game, I was totally backwards on the IP. But anyways, because we were talking to AI, one of the top players like makes YouTube videos on it, and I was like kind of curious, like what he would do if he was like in certain positions as me. So I just took all the transcripts of like 100 of his YouTube videos, and I just put it into Gemini, and I was just like, hey, respond to me based how this person would, and talk to me like this person would, and like what would this person say in this scenario. And then when I was like playing a game, I would just ask the questions like the player's name's Dino, whatever. But and so I called it Dino.io, and I'd be like, what would Dino.io do here? And it was pretty funny because it would respond just like him because it had so many like words from all his videos, like dozens of hours. And it was and like I know one of Dino's friends, his name is Shay, and I was like, would you take a bullet for Shay? And Dino's like a very analytical guy, and like the AI was like, well, it depends. Is it in the foot? Is it in the chest? And it responded exactly how like my friend would, like to a T, like with his same mannerisms and everything. I was like, this is crazy. Like this is absolutely insane. And then so I would put it where it was on a Discord call, and like Dino, we would be playing, and then I'd ask a question, and I'd be like, no, actually, Dino, don't say anything. And I'd ask Dino.io, and it would respond exactly how he would respond in most of these situations because it had so much like contextual relevance from all his live streams on his YouTube channel, and it was pretty crazy. And yeah, and so it was just so surreal. So talking about like the robot thing, I just wondered too if you put like a pendant around someone's neck and you just recorded them talking for like a week or two, and then you just fed that into an LLM, and then you were like, hey, talk to me like this person talks. Like you could have that, whatever Asian robot you're talking about, you could have it literally talk to you like some other human, right? Because it's interesting too, because I was like, hey, give me a breakdown of Dino's speech, and it was like, hey, 0.15% of his words are up. Around 0.3% of what he says is like. It gave me like a full breakdown of like the last 100,000 words he said, what percentage they are, how he typically structures his things. Like if you put him in a stressful situation, he'll like kind of respond more like this. But if it's more chill, he'll use this vocabulary. It was like really cool, but also scary because I was like, man, I have a lot of me talking, right? Like this podcast, theoretically, people could just take dozens of hours of this and just make like a little Jimmy.io. And it's enough where it can pick up on my speech patterns and how I would respond to certain situations.
100%. They can do that easily. And then just put you in a robot, and now Jimmy lives forever.
Exactly. Or you can just have your robot be whoever, which is like kind of weird, like ill.
That would be very weird. You living with you. Imagine you have a robot, and you get the robot to do stuff around your house. Instead of hiring a housekeeper, you come home and Jimmy's vacuuming.
Oh God. Or more cynic, or not even cynically, just sad. It's like, if you lost a loved one or something, and then I know, but
that's Pet Cemetery talk.
Yeah, but if someone's like really grieving, they might do it because they want some normalcy back or something.
It'll probably feel empty and hollow, and even creepier. You have a robot that's pretending to be your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck off. That's crazy.
I know, but it's just. I don't know. These next few years are gonna be crazy, man. Everything's developing so rapidly, and it's just, yeah, it's 2036 is gonna be completely different than 2026.
I know,
in
isn't
almost
that?
every way.
There's never been a time where the future's so uncertain, where no one can give you a really accurate map of what 10 years from now looks like. The difference between like 1930 and 1940, not much, other than world events. You know, yeah. The difference between like 1600 and 1700, not much, not much different. Maybe better boats, you know, maybe better muskets.
Yeah.
We're coming in hot with the new Hot Honey Crisp What a Chicken Sandwich. Tangy red pepper cheese, crispy fried chicken, and that sweet hot honey. Just don't get lost in the sauce. For a limited time at What a Burger.
Hello, America. We have what you're looking for. Ready to grill at home or seasoned and cooked the way you want it. You deserve the best. We are the original American steakhouse, Black Angus Steakhouse. It's meat, blackangus.com.
Difference between 2026 and 2036 is going to be who fucking knows, man.
I know, man.
Full on Blade Runner.
I mean, it's just like some of the people I see working on, like, you know, augmented reality glasses, and like where, you know, like there's animes where people get trapped in video games and stuff like that. And I can really see, like, you know, with AI advancing and with more and more compute, where you could just, you know, put on a headset and live in a video game, and you could literally just generate whatever the world is you want, and literally, like, you know, 10 years from now, potentially just real-time generate the video game you want to be in, and cater it to what you like, and just so many possibilities. And obviously with humanoid robots just skyrocketing, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see, well, with intelligence, you know, computer intelligence getting better, and humanoid robots, all these just tens of billions of dollars pouring into it, they're obviously, someone's going to figure out how to merge them together. And yeah, I mean, 10 years from now, we're definitely going to there's going to be humanoid robots in so many things that now would seem weird as hell, but 10 years from now, we'd be like, oh, it's normal.
10 years from now, you're going to have a show where people have to figure out whether or not someone's a robot or a real person.
I would say 10 years from now, that would be 5 years from now, probably. 10 years from now, I feel like that would just be like, you know, is this a rock or an iPhone or whatever? Like, no one would care. They're just going to be normalized to it, especially like younger people, like younger kids who grow up with ChatGPT and AI and stuff like that. It's like, it's just intuitive to them, you know, to go use these things, or as opposed to other means. And so it's just like, as that generation, you know, once they become a thing, then give it a couple years for people to get used to it and normalize to it, and then, you know, it's not going to take that long.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very, very weird.
Yeah, it is. It's like, and it's also like scary because you don't know the implications, like whether it'll be negative, positive. You know, some people will be negative, for other people it'll probably be positive, right? You know, like if you're a VFX artist in media, you'll probably be able to spend more time doing cool stuff and creative work, and less time like going frame by frame and like, you know, like no one actually enjoys like rotoscoping someone's hair and like, you know, so you can, you know, remove a background shot or whatever. So like for certain people like that, ideally, you know, it allow them to, you know, instead of you just, you know, draw a circle around them and then it just collapses on them and AI just figures it out. So you're not going, you know, frame by frame and drawing around their body, and it does that. You can spend more time doing actual like creative fun work, you know, and hopefully that's where it goes, and not to the point where you just don't even need the person entirely. But it's like anyone's guess where like the puck ends up stopping, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be real weird, man. Real weird. It's gonna be interesting. You know, hopefully we'll survive. But
I mean, I'm an optimist. I think we'll survive, but yeah.
I'm an optimist too, but I have a feeling that we'll have a different role in society.
That's for sure.
I don't think we'll be the leaders anymore.
Oh, that far. Okay.
Yeah, I think AI is going to take over most things.
Yeah.
Including government, including allocation of resources. It's going to probably restrict people's ability to make decisions because we're so destructive.
I listened to your podcast with Mark Andreessen, and I do like what he said, or not like, but it's just interesting when he pointed out that, like, you know, AI is the smartest doctor in the world, is the smartest plank in the world, is the smartest of everything, right? And typically, you know, billionaires like him would only have limited access to these high-level professionals in each industry, but now essentially democratize that, and everyone has access to the smartest person in the world in each of these industries. And so it is pretty interesting, because if it is omnipotent but all-knowing and knows all these things, like, it's like scary because it's like we don't want. As a human, I'm like, no, I don't want to make those decisions. But if you like truly take emotion out of it, logically, it's like, well, would you rather a human with flaws that could do something fairly bad, or this thing that has a lot more context and knowledge and experience, right? You say you want an experienced person making a decision. Well, technically, this has the experience of everyone ever in history on the internet, right? So, but it's also, I don't even know, man. It's crazy. But hopefully, for the most part, right now, at least, it seems like it's allowing people to do less like busy work and less things that they don't enjoy and focus more, at least in media, what I'm seeing, focus more on things they do enjoy. Like I was saying, like the example of not having to roto every single frame on a body, or being able to pre-visualize scenes or whatever. So it's like, it seems, and everything I'm seeing, and maybe I live in a bubble on Twitter, it seems like it's not killing that many jobs yet, but
not yet.
Yeah.
But it could. But the idea is that it could also provide so much wealth for everybody that we no longer have to think about money in terms of like you need food, you need shelter, like this is universal high income is Elon's concept.
Yeah.
He thinks that literally people are not going to have to work anymore. Then the problem with that is like then you run into human nature problems, and so we have to teach children how to pursue their interests rather than how to just worry about having a job to feed themselves.
Yeah.
And so then you have to give them motivation. So you have to explain to them at an early age that going after tasks, completing tasks, doing things that are difficult and challenging is actually exciting and fun.
Yeah.
And that's what you should generate. And then we're going to have to reward people based on that. And it's just to figure out like what incentivizes people to do things.
Yeah.
Because if they don't get incentivized, and then we also have VR and AR and games that you can play all day long that are way more exciting than real life. That you don't want to just take your government money and play Call of Duty all day.
Yeah,
especially if it becomes VR Call of Duty.
Exactly. That's where it's going to get hard, because I think of like how addicted to video games I was when I was a kid. I mean, still to some degree now, but like, and if it was in a headset in like a completely different world, like, oh my gosh, like my poor mom, like good luck getting me out of that. Like she struggled to get me to stop staring at a screen and making Call of Duty YouTube videos and playing Call of Duty when I was younger. And but if I was like actually in a headset, and all my friends are on it, and then you take it off and now you have freaking homework and like real life stuff, and like you went from the most overstimulating, beautiful, different utopia world where everything's amazing and you're with your friends and you're having fun, and then you take it off and you're back in like real life, which sucks. Like that's like a whole different level of addiction than like current video games would have. And I mean, I don't know what the timeline is on that stuff, but it's clear that that's going to happen in our lifetimes.
That's the Matrix, and that's coming. And there's going to be multiple levels of that, and it's also going to exponentially get better and better with each iteration.
Exactly.
There's no way to stop it. It's going to happen. And that's Sandbox VR, but times a million. If you go to play those games, you're in a small room that's like a part of a giant warehouse where they have these things set up, and your room is, like 50 feet by 50 feet, and you move around in there and you do a bunch of stuff. But if this is an actual fucking warehouse, you have physical boundaries that exist, like, and then you're in a virtual space where as you're walking, it looks like the actual ground that you're walking on.
Yeah.
And you're involved. You won't be able to tell what's real and what's not
and
real.
with those omnidirectional treadmills and stuff, when someone cracks the code, it's you've probably never heard of it, but there's a popular anime called Sword Art Online. It's where it's just a guy gets trapped in a video game and he lives his life through there. And I remember watching that when I was younger, and I remember like when I was really young, fresh off of watching that anime, I was like, man, I hope they figure this out in my lifetime. So when I'm like 80 years old, I can just put one of those on and just live in the video game. And it's like at first he's scared, but then he ends up loving it because it's just like everything's great. And so I think there's just
well, the problem is like what's real and what's not real. Is it really important for things to happen physically in the real, air quotes, real world, or will it be just as fulfilling to exist in these virtual worlds?
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I played like this game called like an MMORPG, and like there are definitely times in my life, maybe there were short periods where like when I was a young kid, like my character in that game definitely mattered like pretty similar to like me in real life. Like I was really hooked, on that game, and so like I could see it, like where people like we get people who dedicated their entire lives to World of Warcraft. There's probably hundreds of thousands or at least tens of thousands, and it's like you know, if you could recreate that same effect, people would feel that same way. Like,
Well-
if I'm 90 years old and I'm bedridden, like, I don't care. Put that headset on me. Like, I'm done. Let me just live it out in here. You know, someone come in, stretch my limbs every couple of days. Like, you know, put an IV in me. I don't even want to take the headset off to eat.
Well, then there's a question of, is that already happening right now? So if a simulation exists and it's so good that it's impossible to differentiate between the simulation and real life, and you know, there's a lot of people that are very intelligent people that believe we are inside of some sort of simulation currently. Elon's one of them. He said the odds of us not being in a simulation are in billions. Yeah. So something akin to a simulation he believes is running right now. So maybe we are in Beast Games, you know.
Yeah. Some me 1,000 years in the future.
The 100th version of Beast Games.
It's, I mean, with compute growing and growing, if someone figured out how to harvest the energy of a single star, then
Maybe
it's
that's what this is about. As we grow older, technology becomes crazier and crazier, and it reaches some sort of a tipping point while we're alive, and this is the end of the game.
That'd be crazy.
Right? It reaches some sort of
or
event
it's
horizon.
some actual civilization similar to us, but then they just wanted to, they lost, you know, like how we lost a lot of our ancient traditions, they did too, so there's a simulation to see how did we come to be with all this stuff. And so, I mean, if you're harvesting the energy of the sun and you have all that compute, I mean, look at what we're currently able to do with just data centers on the planet. Like, it's not far-fetched to think you could have someone put a headset on or whatever and simulate, you know, billions of things. So.
Not just that, but then there's the reality of the structure of the universe itself. Like subatomic particles acting differently when they're observed.
The double slit experiment.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, what effect is consciousness having on reality itself? And are we limited in our senses and our ability to recognize the impact of it? And do we live in a siloed version of reality that's, we're imprisoned by our sight, limited senses of sight, smell, touch.
Exactly.
Like, there could be way more weird shit going on around us all the time. We just don't have the ability, and that's what the simulation is. That it's not as simple as like you show up with your lunch pail and you go to work. No, there might be some weird shit that's going on all along with consciousness.
It's you know, we did a video where we helped 1,000 blind people or people who've been CC against cataract surgery, and I did think about that. It's like fascinating because, you know, if they didn't have other humans around them, they just would have never known that sight was a thing.
Right.
You know, if other humans didn't tell them, I mean, they couldn't see. And so it is like, is there a sense that we might not be aware of that?
A bunch of them like that.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, but that is like an interesting thought experiment. And like, it's like to those people, it was, you know, actually a random memory I just got too. We also did a video where we helped 1,000 deaf people hear again, and a lot of them, it was just giving them like really, really advanced hearing aids, and that, you know, and they just hadn't heard in years. And there's this one scene we did where a guy had a newborn child that was like a couple years old, but was deaf since the child was born and had never heard his child. And so we put it in, and it like really, really amplified sound where he could actually hear. He hadn't heard sound in God knows how long. And then the first thing he heard is we had his child to say "daddy," and he like lost it. That was the first word he heard in years, and it was the first time he ever heard her. And I don't even know why that memory popped in my head, but yeah, that was like one of the most special things we've ever filmed. Was like that moment right there. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we assume that the senses that we have detect everything that's around us, but we know that's really not true because they're so limited just in terms of our ability to see things, right? We see more things with a microscope than you can with the naked eye.
Exactly.
And we have no idea what the senses are missing.
And all you have to do is ask yourself, if you were those people and you didn't have other people around you telling you, you wouldn't have known. Like, you would have thought that was reality. And so it's just, it's I don't know if we'll ever know, but
just think about the sense of smell, how weird that is. There's an invisible thing, and when someone farts, you go, whoa.
Exactly.
You know?
And like,
you'd have no idea. If you didn't have a sense of smell, you would just be existing just like everybody else. And then without a sense of smell, life is not that much different. You know, different, but not that much different. Like everything looks exactly the same, but no one can smell it. You know, like gases and all sorts of like gas leak in your house, weird shit, these smells, skunks, all that stuff you'd be missing out on.
I guess if you had to get rid of one of the 5 senses,
that would be
exactly right.
It would suck. You would know the FBO.
Yeah, but for the most part, your odds of living change the subject on certain things, and then I instantly bring it back to the one thing I knew, like YouTube data, and like I could like tell that I didn't even know, and I would just be like, oh yeah, that thing. Anyways, retention, and it was just so funny listening to it. But it's just interesting though because I'm sure you see like a lot of your podcasts you do. Most people consume it through clips on social media, right? That's like their exposure to it. And
most people consume most things through clips.
Yeah, and what's fascinating though is clips don't have context on the time range, right? And like so like whatever, a clip from the podcast we did years ago, I'll see on my feed or it'll just randomly start going viral. One of them now, and like sometimes it'll be things that like. I've grown up or I don't like necessarily agree with or whatever. I speak differently. But because they're not like time-stamped, it's like interesting because a clip from something you did years ago can randomly go viral now and people won't even know that it's like years ago. And it's so fascinating because they just like pop off. And it's like more people are going to listen to this podcast through like random clips, probably 10, 15 times folds than like actually going on Spotify or wherever you post it.
Probably.
And it's so interesting because that's like the new form of culture, especially for younger people, is sub 1 minute-ish vertical content. Not that they swipe through the feed.
But it does inspire people to listen to the whole thing. And only a certain percentage of them will do that. But it's like, that's a thing with sporting clips. Like, you see the game-winning touchdown. Like you watch that, probably gets watched more than the actual sport.
I saw a survey of like 56% of people now prefer to watch a sporting event through clips as opposed to like the actual thing. Like they'll just get on their feed.
Well, I guarantee you that's the case with like the UFC. Because I know for the UFC, when they analyze the performance of a show, like how many people watched it on Paramount Plus versus how many people consumed it on TikTok, Instagram.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's many fold. It's like, they get hundreds of millions of views on social media.
Yeah.
Of different,
I haven't
different
watched the fight live in a while, but like, the White House one, I mean, I saw everything on my TikTok feed. I mean, I probably saw 150 clips of it. So I have like a relatively good grasp of what it looked like and what happened, but I didn't watch it live, So.
If you wanted to watch that one live, really, you should have been there.